What up, homeboys? Okay, seems like we're live. I got Discord is not booting up for some reason. That's just odd. We got a lot to go over today. Oh, forgot this light. There you go. That's the light that makes me look like I am alive and stuff. It won't let me open up my Discord. Okay, I gotta reboot it. Oh god. I should have started this earlier, but I slept like 2 hours last night. I stayed up making that angry video that I think nobody cared about. Did somebody care about it? Nobody cared about it, no. Bunch of new people saw it though. Okay, are we live yet? Yes. Yes. My internet has seen better days, it would seem. Okay, let me link the Discord, the stream on the Discord, and we start going over things. We got leaks that we gotta talk about. The entire freaking direct leaked, apparently. Alright. Let me open those leaks. I got them right here. I got your leaks right here. No, 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 no. Looking for it. Oh, I cannot delete my can of beans emote. I need those emotes. It's on my Discord. I look it up. Bro, Discord is dying. I got like pictures on Discord of the leaks, and they are not showing. I care. Oh, thanks, Timothy. You were so angry last night. I was really angry, bro. I cried myself to sleep and everything. Lick me. Okay, let's see if the goddamn Discord is gonna load. Okay. Wrong picture. The Discord client for some reason is not opening. Okay, I think it's this one. This is awful. Come on, load you. Is Discord lagging to you guys? It's not rolling. It's not running. How you doing, Ricardo? Let me also pull Warcraft. Okay, it's loading, but like at a speed that is so slow, it's hard to believe. Okay, I'm gonna do it like a teaser. Okay. Remember back when, like in the early days of the internet, where pictures would load like this? It's on Discord, right? The picture on the Discord servers, but Discord is not working right now, which sucks. So it's gonna have to load very slowly. He did very slowly and then very fast. Okay, I promise you there's a leak somewhere here. Meanwhile, let me show you this. They are doing a broadcast for every language. That's pretty cool. Of course, we're gonna be on the English one. There we go. We got 40 minutes to go. Okay, is this thing load? I'm gonna refresh it, bro. I think Discord is cooked. I think Discord just ate a gigantic penis and it's not gonna recover. I don't know if I got the picture anywhere else though. I got it in my community tab. Okay, I can do that actually. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah, I remember I uploaded it in my channel too. So my channel, community. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I got the picture. I think it should be full resolution. Oh, no, it's not. Where did I put it? I had it. Like, why is Discord melting down right now, though? Is Discord working fine for you guys? Do some leaks. I am at work. I can't listen in 1 hour. Okay, it's loading. It's loading. Here are the leaks. Here are the leaks. Here are the leaks. We got this, bro. We got this, bro. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's loading so slowly. Here we go. These are the leaks. Now, I was in a very heated debate, so to speak, with Evon Hart today on it, because Evon Hart does not think they are real, and I think they are real with a caveat. I do not think that this is what people think it is, but I think it is very much something that was made at Blizzard. That's the nutshell. PTR on Discord was cancelled? Pretty much. Pretty much. How often do you kiss men? Not enough. Not nearly enough. Before the disappointment, guys, there's a reason I stayed up to 4 a.m. I was crying myself to sleep already. Like, I needed more reasons. Okay? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. This is the leak. Okay? Now, this is gonna be funny because we're gonna see the announcement in 40 minutes, and let's see if this is real or not. I am very much convinced this is real. For many reasons. If we proceed to zoom in here. I think I have a better resolution file somewhere. The fonts are the same fonts as the 2014 timeline. Let me pull that one up really quick. 2024 roadmap classic. Like, my take on this whole thing was that it had to be like such a good troll to be fake that I do not think it exists. I'm looking for a high resolution roadmap somewhere, but there's no such thing. Okay, I found one. Okay, if we go to another window here and we do like this. There you go. This is the original timeline they did last year. If we take a look at the font, zooming in both, of course this is much better resolution because this is a screenshot, not actually a picture. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But if you look at the fonts, it is the same font. First of all, so it is following Blizzard's design sensibilities. Okay, this font is not the same as this font. That's something you might notice. Okay, if you look at this disclaimer over here, can you read this? It's very pixelated at the bottom. It's the fine print. Okay, 2024 roadmap. More news beyond this roadmap to be shared, and features will evolve based on player feedback, content and timing subject to change. And if you look down here, it got cropped out by the BLC player. And that's an important thing I think to mention here. More news beyond this roadmap is covered up. Okay, it's so pixelated. Will be shared and features will evolve based on player feedback and content and timing subject to change. You can barely read it, but it's still there. Same timeline. Because when I talked to a bunch of other creators about this, I met instant dismissal. And the only way I can see this like being fake is that a man spent days studying Blizzard's sensibilities on how Blizzard designs their graphic design, and then rendered a 3-minute fake video, because look at this, this is a VLC player head. He rendered a 3-minute fake video. He put the timeline right at the end, because that's where you put the timeline. Like, the amount of detail it would take to make this a fake timeline is insane. Now, having that said, I think Blizzard did make this roadmap. I think it was made by them. I do not think this is the roadmap. And that might sound a little strange to you guys. Like, what do you mean it is not the roadmap? Okay. Here's the thing. I did editing work for other people before. I edited trailers, actually, before. And this is what you call a placeholder. This is not the final roadmap. It takes a long time to edit a trailer, right? It takes a long time to produce a fully fleshed trailer for an event. And Blizzard wanted, I think, to not announce everything, to not leak everything to the editor that was making the trailer before time. Like, imagine the editor needed a month to make the trailer, just as an example. He was gonna need to put the timeline in it, but if they gave the actual timeline to the editor, that's gonna be like a vector where it could leak. That's a chance for the timeline to leak. So they gave him a placeholder. What is this, a placeholder? It is probably a very old timeline and it is not complete. I think this is it. I think this is a placeholder timeline that doesn't have everything we're gonna see about today. And you can see here, there is a cutout here. It's not cut, it's smoothly finished, but I think that's intentional too. They are missing a chunk here. I think they intentionally omitted that so the editor doesn't see it. So eventually, like a couple days before the actual trailer comes out, they give him the real timeline, and that's what he would publish. Like, he would re-render the video. But this is something they made a month ago as a mock-up, so the editor could finish the trailer before they had the real timeline. That's what I think this is. Now, I think this is very concerning, having that said. Even though I do not think this is the full timeline, I think this is some very worrying things that we're seeing. There is nuggets of truth in this. There is nuggets of truth in this. Look at SOD. That's gonna be the skinniest timeline I have ever seen. Phase 5 in autumn. Now we're gonna be in winter. And phase 7 here. And it ends. So we get one new raid, perhaps, alongside Naxxramas, and that's all we get. That's hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious, it's not funny. Do you see me laughing? No, it's awful. That's what I meant to say. And another indication that I think this is a placeholder. We are past autumn. This entire phase is past. So this timeline was probably made before phase 5 even came out. Intended as a placeholder. So yeah, I think we're getting dumpstered as Season of Discovery. On the other stuff that people have been talking about for a while, it would seem that they are going to continue with Pandaria Classic. I think Pandaria Classic is going to be not very successful, but they already made all the work for it, so I can see why they want to do it. I am not surprised. I got a clip from Sart that's going to illustrate, because he saw and he said something very similar to what we're seeing here. This timeline is missing Dragonflight Classic. We're close. Most of it seems legit except Dragon Soul timeline. What do you mean exactly? There is nothing on the timeline that would strike me as it is a mistake, it doesn't make sense. Now, there are some things that I think are weird. For example, the PvP system coming out afterwards. They have already said that releasing the PvP system after the game came out was stupid. Maybe they are gonna... Okay, no. They are gonna release BGs and the PvP system at the same time. Okay, that might make sense. If it is not largely clear by now, they are going to do every expansion of Classic leading up to Retail, trying to turn them into new Retail WoW subs. It's not gonna work. Every expansion is gonna get less and less players, like Legion is gonna be popular. I talked about this with Ebon for a while. I think Legion will be popular, but that's it. That's all you got. After that, you're cooked. There's nothing else. Like what, BFA Classic? Is that what you're gonna play? Screw that, bro. So, let me look up the Sart clip. I also wanted to show you that one. I think it's important to see, because Sart, you guys know Sart, right? Like one of the top raiders, like very big hardcore personality, huge streamer. He actually got to see what Blizzard was gonna do. I am not exactly aware of what was the arrangement, if they actually showed him or if they told him, but he knows. Whatever it is, he knows. That's what you gotta remember. Okay. Let me load into Sart. Most people tried out Retail and they dropped off already. I think Retail is like such a FOMO game. It's like so insurmountable to get into Retail that...
Because I've waited this whole time to not leak anything.
Oh, it's lagging again. Bro, my internet is dying. Okay, sorry, Sart. I'm gonna play on 720p. My stream is not even gonna notice. I live in the third world, okay? With your generous donation of $200, I will get fast speed internet. Wouldn't that be nice? Bro. Is the stream lagging, by the way? It would seem that the stream is fine, but I always worry. Huh. Bruh. This is not the day to lose my internet. Refresh the bot, I tried, it's just not loading. Bruh. Does Google load? If I try to load Google? Is the stream lagging maybe? No, it's not.
Because I've waited this whole time to not leak anything. Here's my prediction. What if there's too many versions of World of Warcraft? Who knows? I don't know. You decide. We'll find out tomorrow. All right, guys. I love you all. And go say what's up to Holy Palace Way. He will be streaming the speed runs. You're going to be able to play every way you want. Or maybe you won't. Who knows? We're going to find out tomorrow.
Ouch.
We're going to find out tomorrow. But definitely big news. Definitely big news. The thing is, there's also big things that are working.
And that's where the stream ends. So that strike you as somebody that is very excited after seeing what he saw? And what he's implying shows here, right? There is too many versions of WoW. So they are axing Sol. It is even possible they are axing Era. Master Bait? Well, I know one thing in life, let me tell you. But no, I do not think this is bait. Like, the only reason he would sound that way is because he is really not excited. Because it is in his best interest to show himself as excited as possible, right? Like, nobody's gonna wanna watch him if he goes like, oh, it's gonna be so boring. Don't care about it. Like, it's on his best interest to go like, oh guys, it's so awesome, you gotta see, it's great. And he chose not to do that. He chose not to do that because he knows it's not great. I think it's as simple as that. Now, had it been said, had it all been talked about, Classic 20th Anniversary Edition, I would like to talk about that too. There has been many theories, and I think Ebonheart, who does not have inside info on this, mind you. I mean, I don't think he does anyway. He would have told me probably. I don't think he has any insider info. But his theory is that they are gonna do some sort of feature to unite hardcore and normal play. His version of what 20th Anniversary Edition is gonna be, which as you can see right here, it is fresh vanilla. Launch level 1 to 60, molten core, yada yada yada, and in less than a year you get Burning Crusade Classic, like a super sped up version of Classic, which I think is very inside. Alex did not have insider info. He saw my post and he copied my post and posted it again. That's what he did. Bruh. You think I do not keep up with Alex? Silly you. Delightful innocence. Alex keeps up with me as much as I keep up with him. Okay. So it will be like a super sped up version of Classic. Is Blizzard good or bad? I think Blizzard people are nice, but the one that runs Blizzard is not very good at his job, yeah. So here, fresh vanilla. And I think they are gonna do some sort, Ebonheart's theory, which could be true, I think it is possible, is that they are gonna do hardcore fresh and era fresh, and if you die in hardcore fresh, you can transfer your character to era fresh. I think that's gonna be something like that. Maybe it's not gonna be necessarily that. I think another thing they could do, and this is what private servers used to do, because hardcore was a private server feature, Cargos did not invent it. I know there's a common misconception on it. There was a private server called Vanilla Plus. Vanilla Plus, as far as I know, was the first server to implement hardcore. All it was, originally, hardcore, was that you had a buff on you, and it said, he never died. And you had like, I don't remember, like 5% more stats, something like that. It was like a buff on you that you had until you died. So it could very well be that hardcore players and normal players are gonna play alongside each other. I think that would be a lot better. I actually played Vanilla Plus. That's how I know. Like, Vanilla Plus was a really cool server, and that's what they did. So it's definitely something they could do. I think they are gonna go for the cheap approach though. I think they are just gonna make it so if you die you transfer to era. They are even gonna try to come up with a way to squeeze transfers out of you. They are probably gonna come up with a clever scheme to incentivize you to buy a transfer or something like that. That's my bet on it. Now, it is rather weird what they are gonna do with Sol after phase 7. That doesn't sound too bad. It is a lot better. it is a lot better. Like hardcore as it currently exists. Hardcore as it currently exists, I think it is complete garbage. I don't know when I play it. Like, I come from Albion Online, right? I played Ultima Online before that. You die, you lose everything you have. People thought it was too extreme. That is literally not even close to hardcore. You die and you lose your entire character. You gotta start over. 60 hours of work or more gone. Probably more. Screw that, man. I'm not doing it. What do you know? Not doing it. A fresh with an opt-in hardcore would make a lot of sense. And once again, because people rewrite history all the time, that's how hardcore began. It was a private server feature that worked exactly like that. It was a badge that you carried. It was just like a bragging right, and that was it. And I actually played hardcore in Vanilla Plus because I thought it was cool, because I didn't feel forced to do that, you know? They will copy Ascension. I am not familiar with how Ascension challenges work. I played Ascension the totality of 2 hours once. We were drunk with Matrix and we were messing around. Based off this screenshot, Kata is only lasting 8 months. I am not surprised. We are, once again, I think this is a placeholder. I think this is not the final version of the timeline. But I am pretty confident they want to end Cataclysm as fast as possible. Cataclysm got to the point where it is a waste of server resources to keep it on. It is so dead. Yeah, like if you're doing hardcore and it could still work like a hardcore guild, you can make like a feature that makes it so you can only group up with other hardcore players. And if everybody dies, they just go play an era. I will do that. I am curious, where are you from? Oh, that's a question I don't get often at all, don't I? I am from Argentina. My origin is rather dubious. Okay, Robbie, I'm gonna tell you something because people are telling me the same thing, that Kada is not as fun as I remember it to be. I played Kada, the last time I played Kada, it was on Apollo 4, and it was in, if I recall correctly, 2022. It was super easy. Not super easy, I'm lying. It was a lot easier than Classic Cataclysm. Classic Cataclysm, for whatever reason, is in 15 minutes actually. Oh, look at that chat. Wow. Wow. I wish I had that chat. This is the timer for the direct. Cataclysm was post-nerf in private servers. So my memory of Cataclysm has always been that it was pretty easy, like kinda like Rato the Lich King. But classic Cataclysm is freaking impossible. And people were clamoring for pre-nerf raids, and people were saying, okay, no. Do not do pre-nerf raids. I am like this guy that is an expert in Cataclysm that raided in top guilds in private servers for 20 years. Please do not do pre-nerf raids. And they didn't listen. They put pre-nerf raids and it killed the game. In my opinion, the reason that Cataclysm did not succeed is because the raids are goddamn impossible. No, you see, Cataclysm raids tended to come out in like a super hard state at launch the very first month, and then they would nerf them quite a bit. And people killed it pre-nerf. A bunch of people killed it pre-nerf, but it was like insanely hard. So most people remember Cataclysm for the post-nerf raids, even if they are not aware of it. I wasn't even fully aware of it when I played private servers, that I was playing the post-nerf version of the raids. And that's why I always felt Cataclysm was a lot easier than it was in Classic. And that's why it caught me so off guard. I joined Sardako's guild, and I had to tell him like, man, this is not what I remember. This is way harder. I am not gonna do this. I am sorry, please find a replacement. Like, I wasn't gonna do it, bro. I am not that guy. I'm not gonna do that tryharding stuff, bro. No, not doing it. Huh, how can I fit the video in my stream? Well, I'm gonna do it like this so you can see a timer. So the league timeline, yeah, is right here. So Sol is dead. That's all you gotta come out with it. I think it is real, but I think it is missing things that will be present in the trailer. But I think this timeline is very much real. If you have to nerf a raid after release, it is bad. Yeah, it was bad. That's why they nerfed it. Blizzard has this thing where they want to have their cake and eat it too. They release a raid super hard in retail, and then as they see that people are giving up, they nerf it, so people feel like they can try. It is dumb. It is a dumb system. But imagine if they never did the nerf. That's Cataclysm. No endgame content. That could mean anything, and it's probably not a lot, does it? Let me plug in my AC. I'm hot here. I'm always hot. It is poor design, but I do not think it is a design. I do not think the game designers are behind that release it super hard and nerf it to the ground thing. I think that's a marketing decision or like a management decision. I do not think the game designers think it is good for the game either. But that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. Ugh. Why is this autoplay thing not working ever? I get pissed off at this thing. I got some weird music here. I got Pokemon Gold music. You remember that game? New game content, Silito's Nightmare Incursions. I believe it. I believe it. Do you think Engor will return? Apparently Engor was DMing a bunch of people. He might come back. He might come back. He was a cool island. I am drinking my mate too, waiting for good news. You know, I used to drink tea, but I had to quit sugar. I'm getting too fat, you know. I turned 26 and a belly came out of here. Can you show your belly on stream? Is that... that's gotta be allowed, right? Yeah, I don't think there's a rule against that. But like... it was like... this. I cannot do it anymore. But like, it was like up to here, bro. And now it's like... normal. Well, normal. As the rest of Medina. It took some cutting up stuff. Contrary to my think, I actually eat very healthy. I do not eat any crap at all. I eat mostly meat. The reason for the spaghetti noodle arms is not the food part, is I just do not work out, okay? If I were to work out, I would have actual arms, okay? Actually, I am starving, okay? Please give me $10. Skinny fat indeed, yes. I used to be just skinny, but now I am skinny fat. It's the years kicking in. Sucks. We need Ghost Crawler. Doesn't that guy work at Riot now? I think he works at Riot. What happened basically was that Blizzard infamously pays their employees nothing. They pay them like slaves. And eventually a company next door came in, a little tiny company called Riot Games, and they make League of Legends and they come across like all the money in the world, and they just poached all the Blizzard employees. Riot Games is pretty responsible for the decline of quality in Blizzard, ironically, because by paying people fairly, they took a bunch of the talented people at Blizzard and moved them somewhere else. Huh. Yeah, I think Ghostcrawler is making his own game studio or something now. I like him. I think he's a cool guy. You know? You can't be more than 30, I am 26 and I feel 80. I don't know why. Ever since... No, that was sarcasm, bro. It was never a tiny company. Actually, Riot Games was a tiny company, then it got bought out by Tencent. I don't know, there's something in your brain that after you turn 23, you go from like, life is infinite, I am young, to life is tiny, is short, and I am gonna die. You know, there's something that flips over. I wish I could flip that back, you know? Like, I don't know. It took my dad to like the age of 40 to get a midlife crisis. Why did I get it so early? I am a software developer and I have a college who was quality assessment in Blizzard. He was leaking me some things. Classic Plus is coming sooner than we think. It is coming sooner than we think, but it's gonna take a year. It's not coming in 2025 and that freaking sucks. Okay, like, you know, nothing would make me happier than being wrong and seeing more content for Sol and seeing Classic Plus. That would be a dream, right? But I do not think it's happening. At 25, your brain becomes fully developed. Oh, you're telling me it's not gonna get any better? You're telling me it's not gonna get any better, brother? Oh god. Oh god. If they are gonna launch Classic Plus, it's probably gonna be November. I do not think that's a crazy date. You are probably... It's either late 2025 or 2026. Time to quit Sol and pivot to hardcore. I hate hardcore, bro. I tried to like hardcore. I had every business incentive in my soul to like hardcore and I cannot do it. I lost so much money not liking hardcore WoW, bro. I was doing editing work for so many hardcore people you wouldn't believe. Okay, I had connections. And then one guy made sure to burn all the bridges. I didn't handle it very well either. Yeah. I mean, it's fine now. They are no longer around. They cannot really do anything. But yeah, that's basically... If I could do hardcore and I wouldn't hate my life doing it, I would just do hardcore WoW. I should. That's where the money is. Like... I was an electrician, okay? I am an electrician. Like, if I gotta choose between running wires or playing hardcore 8 hours a day, I choose running wires all day. It is not that hard, okay? Electrician work is not that hard. It's kinda fun. My wife's boyfriend works at Blizzard and he said Classic Plus is cancelled. Huh. In this analogy, shouldn't you work at Blizzard and your wife boyfriend be the one that telling me? You know? Like, yeah. The cock is in the wrong occupation. 4 minutes, boys. People like seeing other people die. I think hardcore WoW is good content. Like, I can totally see why hardcore WoW is popular in streaming, but it is not a fun game. And you know, like, all the more respect to the people that do hardcore WoW. Like, they are sacrificing a lot more than I am to make their content because they freaking hate it. But I don't hate it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it, bro. If I could, I would. Like, imagine like the opportunities I pass up for not playing hardcore WoW. Like, there is a universe where if I liked hardcore WoW and I was kinda decent at it, I could get a hold of Soda Popping or Miskiff. You know, that would be like a huge career stepping stone for me. You know, there's a lot of opportunities that I sacrifice, but I just cannot do it. Cannot play hardcore WoW, bro. Yeah, especially because of the bugs, you know, there is not even appeals anymore. Like, if they do hardcore, can you imagine if they do hardcore TBC and you're flying on your mount and you get disconnected and then you load back in and you fell straight down? It happens. It happened all the time. It happens in Cataclysm still. I am drinking mate, okay? We got 2 more minutes. I guess I can give you a little story of my people. Okay, this is grass. This is just shredded normal grass. Actually, it is not quite grass. It is kind of like a stalk. It's like a plant with leaves, and we shred it. Okay, and you put a straw at the bottom of it, and then you put boiling water on it. The reason mate exists, it was that the Indians that lived in Argentina, they invented a very clever, very smart people, okay? That's one thing that I do not appreciate of people saying that they weren't smart people because they didn't have like the will or whatever. They were very clever people. They invented a water filtering system. You put dirty water on top and you can drink through the straw and you drink clean water. They invented water filtering centuries before the Europeans. Okay? That's what mate is. It is just a water filter. But when the Spanish came in and they saw them drinking this because they were drinking out of a pumpkin and a straw, like a stalk from a lake or something like that, and they thought, oh, look, they are drinking grass out of water. That must be tea, right? Because like that's all the Spanish knew. They knew tea. They thought, oh, that must be the type of tea that they like to drink, huh? Oh, very good. I guess I'm gonna start drinking it myself. I like tea. And that's why white people drink this. Yeah, that's basically it. This is why white people drink mate. It tastes a little bitter, but it tastes a little like nothing, and that's the point. That's exactly the point. That you can drink like 20,000 liters of this and... Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Oh god. Come on, pop it, bro. Pop it, daddy. Huh. The fucking longbow. The people are still mad at the longbow. I mean, the time and a place to get mad at the longbow was in Cataclysm when they put the first mount in the store. Like, it's too late now. They are not gonna change. And honestly, does it really even matter? It doesn't matter. Like, there's already 20,000 mounts in the store. I never understood the retail people. Like, if you're gonna get angry at anything, you get angry at that. Okay, it's coming, I think. No? It should. Are we getting TBC sword? We're gonna see. It's definitely possible. Can you speak any of the indigenous languages? No, it's actually a lot different than that. Argentine Spanish is rather different than normal Spanish because Argentine Spanish is an assimilation of African languages, the Bantu people that were the slaves of the north, and the indigenous languages. We use a lot of their words, but we do not speak. Their language died out. They do not use their own language either. Like in their little communities, they still exist. They do not really know the language. Only the old people do it. They do not teach their young their language anymore. But Argentine Spanish has a lot of Italian words, a lot of African words. It's very similar to the colored culture that exists in South Africa. It is an actual name, by the way. They call themselves colored. It is like a hybrid culture. So we call it lunfardo. If you want to look it up, that's lunfardo. That's the name of the phenomena. It's like when several languages clash with each other, they turn into a new language. It still sounds like Spanish, and Spanish people can understand what we say and everything like that, but we use a lot of their words. Bro, this thing doesn't crank. What the hell? What if I hit refresh? A minute late. Okay, no, it's not cranking yet. Chat summary. Oh god, they are putting AI in the chat now. I hate YouTube. French Creole. Similarly, yes. What distinguished the Spanish Empire and the reason... Oh, there we go. Okay. 30 minutes. Okay, I guess we got 13 more minutes. God damn it. What distinguished the Spanish Empire from the other empires is that... And by the way, like the reason that I sound European, that people make that joke that I am European, I am not European, is because Argentine Spanish inherited the Italian cadence. Like our tonality is very Italian. The way we deliver syllables. About 20% of the population is Italian in Argentina, so there's also that. But what separated the Spanish Empire from like most of the other colonial empires is that they were so good at assimilating people that when the crown of Spain became weakened by Napoleon, the black people and the Indians and the white people got together and they overthrew them. That's how the Spanish Empire collapsed. They made such a united society that they united against them. That's basically it. It's hilarious. The whitest accent. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's different in every Latin American country. For example, Brazil has a lot of Germanic immigration, and they have also a lot of Anglo-Saxon immigration. It's kind of like the Midwest in some areas. Well, like most people that you gotta understand, like most people of Italian origin in Argentina are Southern Italian. They are not the Northern Italians you are used to in America. So it is not quite the same culture. It is not quite the same accent either. That was the poorer side of Italy. Like my family in particular, they were from Calabria. Biancotti, that was the last name. Sounded cool, right? I wish I had that one. Brazilian Midwest emo. I wish. En Chile heredamos la cadencia de los andaluces. Yep, there you go. Like every little Latin American country was settled by different parts of Spain or Europe, and that changed a lot of the culture. That's also another thing that is very interesting about like the former Spanish Empire, is that Spain was a multicultural empire before it even sailed to America. I don't know if you guys know this, but Spain is one tribe, the Castilians. Like when you say the Spanish language, it is not the Spanish language, it is the Castilian language. There are like 12 autochthonous languages in Spain. And Castile, the Castilians, went out and conquered everybody else. The Spanish Empire started in Spain. Like it was very much an empire before it left Spain. How are you drinking so much and not peeing constantly? I do pee constantly. That's why kidney stones are very rare in Argentina. Mate. You drink warm water, it's like alcohol, it just leaves your body, straight up. God damn it. That's what I get. Oh god. Warcraft 3. Oh, it's just more trailer. I'm gonna go take a pee right now, actually. You know what? Might as well.
I mean, like, it's cliche, but it's such a dream come true of being able to create the things that brought me so much happiness over the years.
Until I landed here in Irvine and went into the Blizzard campus, I literally didn't believe it was happening. I went into my office, and on the door sign against my door, it said Chris Metzen. So I just saw him going into the room one day, and I completely geeked out.
It's so strange coming into work and realizing, oh, I work on this thing now. I get to contribute to the world in whatever way that I can, and then seeing it go live in game, whether that's a couple months afterwards or even up to a year after I finish the task, seeing people react to it it's amazing, honestly.
Oh my god, I was gonna die.
For me, playing with my friends is probably the best part of World of Warcraft. Like, a lot of the memories I have growing up were just things I did with my friends.
I really like the communities in our games, especially in World of Warcraft. I've made a lot of friends. Definitely some of my closest friends are people that I've met playing World of Warcraft. I've gone to a few different weddings of people that I met playing WoW.
WoW
Speak.
means a lot to me. I met my
You know,
wife
like they
playing
sound
World
like
of
they got a
Warcraft,
gun behind their head.
It is a game that means an awful lot to me personally.
It's really hard to do these interviews, okay? It's really hard.
We wanted to play arena together. We talked more than play, so I got to know her a little better. And many years later, we have a family together, and we're still playing WoW.
I would say there's maybe a good 50 to 100 people that I've come across and stayed connected with in my personal life and in professional life, that we really strengthened our bond playing World of Warcraft together.
I don't have friends. I have guild mates. I know, right? Warcraft $3, and I wonder what happened to that place.
Working on Hearthstone and just in the Warcraft franchise and at Blizzard in general is something I've always dreamed about.
To work on this game that I've played and been a fan of for most of my adult life, it's a dream come true. I think to work on World of Warcraft was
you cannot tell, but that guy is jacked.
My job entails as a senior test analyst, being on the team, working on Warcraft Rumble. It's an incredible experience.
Did anybody actually play Warcraft Rumble? I never even tested it.
I have the passion for it, right? So I love to just be a part of that.
I'm told it was
whole
just a Clash Royale ripoff.
In localization, I play on the Taiwanese realm, so I see firsthand players all over the world able to enjoy the game in the language that they are used to. It is a great feeling.
He said Taiwan! Oh, they're getting cancelled again.
Way back in the day, I was 12 years old.
I cannot watch this sober, bro.
Guys that were in their late 20s, they really enjoyed outdoor PvP. And even though I was a lower level, I would still join them from time to time, let them use me as bait for Alliance players. My favorite
Delete the ball.
is actually when I dove my guild master on his out. I managed to
What
beat
did I
him,
do?
and then for the first time ever, I unmuted my mic, and with the most high-pitched, squeaky, prepubescent voice, I told him, how does it feel getting beaten by a 12-year-old?
We had what we called computer time. So like our parents would ration how much time we would have for using a computer, where we'd have like 2 hours on. I would have like 2 hours on a Monday. Ryan would have 2 hours on a.
Oh, they are brothers. That's
something.
cute.
So
That's
yeah,
cute.
we would have to trade off in that sense. Some days we might.
Could you bump
trade
up the volume a little? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we used to sometimes save some of our allowance money to buy hours from each other to have more computer time.
My first game was Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos in the Warcraft universe. And then from there, I expanded beyond to the Frozen Throne. I have a lot of memories playing a lot of custom games.
But it is,
you know, a lot of those tower defense
it's,
games that are super fun.
This is not for you. This is for the company employees.
In our raid group.
It's for them, okay? This segment is for them.
I was home for the summer.
I don't think
it's. And my
it's
parents
fine.
had just gotten a puppy.
I do not mind it.
And I was like,
It's
oh,
too
my
loud.
puppy's
Oh
been
my
really
God.
quiet. I don't. That's unusual. And I kind of lean over past my laptop, and she had gotten into one of my artist pens, and she just had
There you
ink
go.
everywhere.
You can hear
and
it.
Me naturally being like,
The music is super loud,
worried
yes.
because I thought one of the ink pens was toxic. I was like, oh my God, my puppy's gonna die. Did not explain further than that. Threw the laptop and wiped our entire raid. And that's one of my favorite stories of how my puppy killed 25 people in World of Warcraft.
I loved PvP, and I think I
I'm
went
gonna
on
kill you guys.
10 win streak once. I'm not that good, but I love it. And I think I went on a 10 win streak once in the event. And I didn't even think about it. It just happened, and it's pretty awesome.
I still remember the first time I
the
went to
mixing of the audio is terrible. I cannot fix the
2017
mixing. The mixing
BlizzCon.
is just bad.
I was really excited. First time getting to see all of these big announcements for all these different games live.
It's too bright. Pandaria confirmed. Ooh. Warcraft 3 confirmed. Ooh.
I've been mired in Azeroth since the RTS days, and I haven't left since.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for about 15 years now, which is pretty wild to think about.
I have been playing the same character, Human Frostmage.
You're 20
for
seconds
all 15
behind.
years.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years.
No, I'm up to date.
Actually started like early alpha and beta.
I've been playing World of Warcraft, I guess, 21 years. I started playing when I was 5 years old. A lot of our systems and our code is, 20 plus years old. I've found files that were written before I was born.
I lived in San Diego at the time, and I heard that there was a midnight signing, and I got signatures from everybody who was there who worked on the game previously. And it's so good connecting with people who actually signed it for me. And, we get to share in like this experience of, I was such a passionate fan. And, you signed this, and now I get to work with you as a professional.
If you don't want to have delay, by the way, I'm
Whether
gonna link you the
just
Twitch.
chill out and
Twitch
be
has
solo
no delay.
and
This is a
enjoy the
YouTube
world,
issue.
Or you want to like get in deep with your guildmates and like raid as hard as you can. There's a little something for everyone, and there's space for everyone to have a really satisfying experience, no matter your playstyle.
The future of Hearthstone's looking very bright. There's
There you go.
always
There you
cool
go.
new cards coming out. We've got plenty of ways for both new and returning players.
In Twitch,
to
there is no delay.
get
It's
into
only
the
on
game.
YouTube that there is a delay.
magic here, and I think that magic will continue for the next 30, 40, 50 years, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Warcraft 2, we knew it.
Warcraft has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside Azeroth.
I thought, I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game. And it wasn't.
I was a very introverted person. I was lonely. And then I accidentally stumbled upon World of
Oh
Warcraft.
god, I thought we were done.
I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild, I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create in the game, whether they're fun, competitive, or silly.
You sent me a whispering name going, my water just broke. And I said, oh my goodness, I guess we better go to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
Why I'm not in this trailer? I tried to play WoW and one guy called me gay and I quit.
I cannot
That's,
picture my life
that's my
without
contribution.
WoW.
There you go.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us so far. Here's to like 100 years more.
When I say World of Warcraft saved my life, I really mean it.
Okay, we're starting now, right? Please, no more testimonials. I can only take so much. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct. I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of Warcraft. Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future. Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard.
That's
No
Eon.
matter which
Oh no.
game we work on, we all share a deep love for the Warcraft universe. Today, each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now, and some will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis
View
for your
from
Rumble
above and they
machine,
make sure to get their
pursuing
tits. That's
Xalatath
messed up,
and
man.
Khazalgar,
That's messed up.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that started it all? Here's Brad Chan from the Warcraft RTS team.
Oh yeah, Warcraft 2. Let's go. I actually
It's
like
funny
this.
how life ends up. I actually never thought about ever being a developer. When I was younger, I just wanted to play video games.
Yeah, but the game
Back
though.
in 2007, I was at a regional qualifier playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so important to me and so many players around the world.
When do they work? They are playing the game.
Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to
Okay.
announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
What is it?
Available now, this patch overhauls the environments and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition, we
What? No. No, you're shitting me.
such as in-game hockey customization, a revamped ladder,
Okay.
and much, much more. We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforge. Much more. In-game, even mix and match if you like. We have also You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hockey customization,
Okay.
a revamped
I hope I didn't miss out too
original art
much.
style from each game. And you'll be able to swap between the
Okay,
original
Warcraft 2.
graphics and the remastered versions in real time.
Ooh.
For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move,
We're
bandbox
getting
select,
Warcraft 1 too?
and a faster
That's
game
awesome.
speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements, such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible and playable.
Okay, see, that's what it
We are
means. It's
also
still the
bringing
old
back
game.
the Warcraft Battle Chest, which will include Warcraft
Everything
1,
works with
2,
them.
and 3. So here's to 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than reliving the story from the very beginning. Oh, did I mention this is all available right now?
That's crazy.
The tides of darkness have come again.
I am happy for them. I am not gonna play Warcraft 2, but I am happy for them. I hope they actually kill it. I hope they make it good.
In truth, it was I who was betrayed. You must lead your people to their destiny.
Yay, Microsoft!
Aye, Captain. Work completed. By your command. Now, we are one.
Yeah, Reforce is getting nothing. Like, Warcraft 3 Reforce is pointless. Like, it would have been nice 2 years ago, but nobody's gonna care. There's nothing interesting here. Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1, super happy. I think it's great. I think that's great. But Warcraft Reforce is a waste of time. If you didn't like it before, you're not gonna like it now. That's basically my take.
Job's done.
It's crazy that the Warcraft 1 didn't leak. Okay, that's Hearthstone.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade. Together, we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade. And that's not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon? That's 5 years of building Death Rattle Beast comps, magnetizing mechs, completing quests, and collecting trinkets. It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures to share. More expansions, more mini sets, and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find.
I think this is like shows that they have not a lot to announce, because, like, look at all this filler. Okay, that a new expansion,
on
fine.
this expansion, and wanted to take our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before. Prepare to travel beyond Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
What?
I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply.
The Fortnitification of Hearthstone has begun.
So much love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern has
They're
been
gonna put Spider-Man 2 in that
Some
thing
might
too.
say
yeah.
It's about time.
The Fortnite of trading card games.
Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah Kerrigan. She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have the legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on powerful, high mana cost units, and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran
so far we got 1 and 0, okay?
Jim Raynor.
Warcraft RTS gets a 1.
Warriors,
this
Paladins,
doesn't get
and
a 1,
Shamans
okay?
will get a hold
we're
of
gonna,
the new
we're gonna
starship
keep a
keyword
score
from the
here.
main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this mini set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran armored Murloc. On top of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia. And we might have some special music as well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025. But there's even more coming up for Hearthstone. We're making some big changes to Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special.
Let's keep
Arena
score.
is Hearthstone's premium draft mode. Where you
I
build your
wish
own
I
deck
could
from
fast
scratch
forward
at
it.
the
It's a
start of every
stream.
run.
It's live.
It's all about
I can.
flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive Arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal Arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our Underground Arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call Redraft on Loss. This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an Arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and Underground modes. Ranking for the 2 are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal Arena. But in Underground Arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an Arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that Arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time in the tavern with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more.
She's trying so hard though. Like, God bless her. God bless her. Like, she's trying so hard to nail those deliveries. You can tell,
As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates.
That does it for me.
But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next?
Beans?
It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey into the Emerald Dream. Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also
I cannot skip it, bro. It's live. It's a stream. I would skip it if I could. I don't give a damn about hardcore.
Join Elise on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortollan city. Spoiler alert, keep an eye on that volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the lost city, take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini set. The party-loving Tortolans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd hate for you to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before. This all leads to an epic showdown against Murozond at the end of time, and you won't believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope you're incredibly excited. Thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey.
Okay, can we get WoW now?
And our adventures in
they're
the
gonna put it at the
together
end. I bet you they are gonna put it at the end. Okay, that's a big L. There we go.
Blizzard has this awesome tradition of sharing the journey that each team took to bring their games to life. I think this museum is a beautiful way to relive the memories of development and share that passion with the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon
Warcraft Rumble.
and we launched
Oh,
Warcraft
God.
Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore the hero collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You've beaten over 900 million bosses. And on the
It's
matter
a
of
phone
Alliance
game,
versus
nobody
Horde,
cares
you
about
picked
it,
Team
failed
Jaina almost
colossally.
10% more.
Nobody cares about
but
this.
maybe, most importantly, you've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Going back
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome.
Is that a green
When we started
screen?
working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy
Looks
roots.
funny.
Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before. So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up like this. And that's kind of really where all this came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And, well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
The figurines look cool. I like them.
What does
You know,
that
they are
say
low
underneath?
polygon, that kind of
Oh, under
works.
here? Oh, it says Jeremy.
Nobody plays this game. No, they don't.
But we've done more than paint minis since our
You know,
game launched.
I can
We've
still
added
hear the
new
trailer, but
dungeons
you're not gonna
and
see
at
me in the
least one
camera
new
for
mini every
30
single
seconds.
season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new
you're gonna have to
zones,
deal with
and
it.
a whole new family for you to experience in the game. We added our first raid, Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogold. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've also been working on something really exciting for later in the season. There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding 1 split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer. And finally, leading Undead and Beasts.
How much gay
Anu
sex
Barak.
happens in Blizzard
But
HQ?
before any of
Not
these 3 new
enough.
leaders join the fight,
Not
we're
enough.
going to be reworking one that we released
That's
this
how
time
much.
last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out. We'll be right there with you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first
I was
year
gone
of
for 30
Warcraft Rumble
seconds. Do you
and
have
for your
like no
unwavering
object
support.
permanence?
Your
Are you like a
passion fuels our
3-year-old child or
creativity
something,
and
bro?
truly drives us forward.
Like, oh, what am I?
But
What
there
am
was
I?
one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
I like the skit though. That's kind of funny. That's adorable. It's a shame they make such a shitty game. Huh. I liked it though. That was funny. Oh, it keeps going though. Okay, that's retail. Oh, retail on the phone. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, you can play it on the PC. Okay. Fine. A year too late. Fine. Okay, we're gonna have to call that one an L. Oh no, anyway.
We are so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us.
Pandaria
When the
Classic.
game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still
40?
do, just like many of you. And
It's
as
not
most
40.
of you know, the game saw
Oh, maybe it was in TVC.
absolutely explosive
Okay,
growth in the early
give it the
years
benefit
and brought
of the doubt.
multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later.
Okay, here it
We
goes.
dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
It doesn't sound like a lot. I don't know.
So many of you have joined us over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from
Oh,
all
God.
over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who
That
call our
seems
world home.
kind
No
of
matter who you are.
Oh, that's
When you
sad.
come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day.
Divided by 30 and calculate the sub money. Oh god. You know what? I should do that.
One of those special stories is live now on Netflix, in a documentary called
Oh, okay.
The
I see
Remarkable
where they were
Life of
going. I get it
Evelyn.
now. I get it now. It makes sense. So,
Mott Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he
a
couldn't in the
million. We
real
put
world.
1,000 on that.
He
That's a
suffered
billion
from Duchenne
divided
muscular
by 30.
dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met
And we
fallen in
multiply it
love
by,
with. Because of Mott's and his role-play guild
15.
called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world.
$500
as a
million.
source of joy
That doesn't
and
sound nearly
companionship.
enough. No, I think it's more. There's
Sadly,
something wrong with that.
Mott's was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mott's and
My
stories
son
like
Mulgor
his,
gets
we were
bullied at
inspired
school.
to create a charity program for classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
Yeah, I think the cash shop money is like most of it now. Okay, Pandaria.
Right now, we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, New
Oh
world
boy,
bosses,
more
trading
armor.
post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking. But this moment is about you. You're the thundering
No,
heart
I actually
of World
wanted
of
the Classic.
Warcraft,
I
and
don't
always
care about
have
me.
been. Stay tuned as we share
Like,
what we are
if you can
serving
go
up for
skip
you.
me and go to
thanks
Classic, that would be
for
really
making
nice.
Azeroth a place you
thanks.
call home.
Okay, thank you. They listen. I'm gonna coom!
Hey everyone! Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds in Tichondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and have experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your sanity for ancient Kiraji riches.
Beyond that, for Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content.
Scarlet Monastery raid?
Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind
Oh
Pass.
god, we're getting something!
Now to Cataclysm
That's
Classic.
it?
Where we
Motherfucker.
recently launched the legendary Firelands. You've undertaken difficult
man.
challenges, besting Ragnaros.
Well, at least we're getting something good.
And are
I hope
hopefully
it's
a few
good.
steps closer
Okay,
to
that
getting
gives me
your
a little
very
bit of
own
hope.
Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
We do. BFA Classic. I hate pandas. I hate pandas. I hate pandas. I hate pandas. We got one big one that is gonna come out today. I think there is still one big one here that we
The
gotta look
Classic
at.
team is proud to announce that Mists of Pandaria Classic is coming.
Just
and
you
we
wait.
can't wait to bring
Okay,
it to
there
you
is
next
still
summer.
one big one.
With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack, we'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
Mists of Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know, we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
They saw I was
Which is
mad.
why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the classic experience. All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th
It was real,
Anniversary
see?
Edition.
The leaks were real.
And it's happening
in your face,
soon.
Evanhard. In your face.
Actually soon. These realms will be going live next week on November 21st, but you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of all flavors, PvP, normal PvE, and for the very first time, hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same time, together on a level playing field with fresh economies on very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch
Okay, so there's no gimmick on
this is
hardcore,
the
nothing
perfect
new on
time to
hardcore.
join our community. These servers will also launch with some of the quality of life features that came later on, like the Chronogoon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes,
see,
we're also pleased to announce that these realms
it
will
was real.
progress to the
in
Burning
your face,
Crusade
Evanhard.
Classic.
See? TVC Classic. Take that, Evanhard. Ha! Who was the idiot now? I am not gonna let him get away with this.
Launching these
I'm gonna call
servers
him.
close to the exact date
I'm gonna
World
call
of
him.
Warcraft came out 20 years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We love this game, and we love the community that has made Classic Realms their home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you.
Alex
this
was
amazing
right.
journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
He saw the same leak I was. There's no way he was wrong. That's good. That's good. Okay, I like that. I was kind of hoping hardcore would be different, but
Hi everyone.
I can live with.
We're in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of Warcraft.
Eon got a beard now.
The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of The War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts,
I don't know about you guys,
role-playing,
but
or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here.
Eon looks like Bellular now, bro. He had a Bellular
20 years
face.
ago, I was fresh out of school, and I had just seen enough of the beta.
So let's do a recap here because nobody cares about retail, I'm pretty sure.
Avoid spoiling the experience for myself.
So
I booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course
So we are
of my
getting
adult life.
fresh vanilla, fresh hardcore, and
So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft. Starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107.
I cannot
Siren
focus
Isle,
when
which is
he's
currently up for
staring
our
into
public
my
test
soul.
release. This update will go live next month.
There's something about the glow in the eyes that gets me, bro.
On the narrative front,
I don't know
this
why, it
update
just
includes
instantly gets my
epilogue
attention.
questlines
It chase,
to
it's
Dal'Rok
like
and
Mona
Kirin
Lisa,
Tor.
bro.
No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release.
Oh, that's the guy from Avatar.
We'll
I know
also
that
get into the
guy.
prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle. A new
Okay, we're gonna talk about it after this,
full of
I
mysteries
guess.
to uncover and rewards
It's
to
too
help catch up
distracting.
your alts and prepare for the next war
I don't know. I
within
don't
season
think
ahead.
it's like the worst
Plunder
year
Storm is
Classic has
returning,
had.
This time with a Plunder Store to give you more flexibility in earning your rewards.
Plunder
instead of
Store.
that
Oh
linear
god.
down track.
Oh god.
Also making a return will be the
No
latest
shame.
iteration of our
No
Turbulent
shame.
Timeways event and a
No
Winter Veil
shame, bro.
rebuild.
Like they
We
just
can't
called
wait
it
for you all
Plunder
to
Store.
experience this update next
Like
month. As an additional treat for those of you invested
God.
in the story of the War Within,
God, bro.
you'll be releasing a novella that explains
They don't give a
exactly
damn.
what happened to Jaina and Thrall after
That's
they
the
left
name
us.
now. It's not
This
Plunder
novella
Storm
is
anymore. It's
narrated
Plunder
by none
Store.
other than Chris Metzen and available today. So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the
Oh yeah,
War
I gotta
Within is
update my
gonna take us
tracker.
after that.
Well,
Okay.
I would say
So
overall,
following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first
do I call it a
settled on the
W or
idea
an
of
L?
underground
I'm gonna put that up to chat, okay?
Undermine, the capital of the Goblin
Chat.
Trade Empire. Fittingly, our
If you
name
think
for
the
the
classic
11
announcements for
is
2025 are
Undermined
good,
with a D. Now, this is a
drop a
city
W in
unlike
chat.
any city we've seen before
If you
in
think the
World of
announcements are bad,
standing as a testament to
drop
the
an L
intelligence
in
and
chat, okay?
creativity
We're
of
gonna
the
see.
goblins,
We're gonna see.
masters of technology
I got
and
some
alchemy.
stuff to say
As our adventures continue, we will
in a
learn
minute.
more about goblin culture than ever before. what's important to them, what problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
I am still unclear. It's very clear. It's pretty much the timeline. I'm gonna call Ebonheart and make fun of him now.
Like Monty Gazmo,
He better not pick it up.
Isaac the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now, if you're going to be in cahoots with a goblin cartel, you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a vehicle designed just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft.
It's crazy how Leo like it.
Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further adjust your car's driving characteristics. Do you prefer grip or do you want to drift?
So they put the Banjo-Kazooie driving mechanics in the game. Okay, I think L won. We're gonna have to go with L. The people have spoken and the people are always right. There we go.
We'll also be adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy
I think they are gonna barely acknowledge Classic Plus. If I gotta bet, I think they are gonna just drop like a title screen, Classic Plus is coming at some point and that's it. If they do not even acknowledge it, they are gonna get like ratioed to hell. They are gonna get destroyed.
This new zone
they have to
2 new delves for you to explore.
Acknowledge
We're
it.
creating new variations on the existing delves. We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek Veer, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation of Undermine coming your way, which takes you through the streets
I
of
like
the
that
city
monkey.
and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance.
Wow, that looks cool. That looks like New Vegas.
Secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there,
Oh, that's Bobby
we're also
Kotick.
introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city.
Okay, we got the Feet Lady. How could I forget the Feet Lady?
How Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate of our world soul.
Does it have to relate? Couldn't it just be like a funny plot about goblins? Why do you have to ruin it? Why does everything have to be an overarching plot?
We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
Can't it just be, oh, we got goblins? Why does it have to be everything so complex all the time? Huh.
And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players. As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years.
I think what we're gonna get for this
as we lay
announcement.
the foundations upon which to build.
Oh, cool
the next
couch.
20.
I like that
On behalf
couch.
of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our
Asmongold's
community,
room,
been with us
please,
for the
please
last
put
2
Asmongold's
decades,
room in
or
it.
somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing to share with you.
Okay, yeah, there you go, there you go, yeah. Yeah, it's coming. That's the tier 2 shoulders. Tier 2 shoulders. Thunder Fury, yes, yes. That's Onyxia, yeah, I think it is. This is it. This is it. Okay, okay. Oh, there you go. Please tell me it's not that okay. Ah, man.
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades.
God damn it, bro. You cannot do this to me. What did I do to you? Be really mean to you constantly every single video? Come on, man.
Laughter and true connection. And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be.
They already announced that expansion. We already know the name.
Together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life.
Can we get a boo? Can we get a boo in chat?
You are a part of.
B-O-O? We need a B-O-O
right now. So much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon
I
which
love the
we will
steaming
build for the
smell
bright future ahead,
of
and we
poop.
can't wait to walk that road alongside
Right
you.
in my face.
And before we go, we want to share something very special. This September, 190 performers took to the stage to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland.
Yeah, for a minute I thought it was a carpet commercial. No joke.
Soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
Okay, Classic Plus now? Classic Plus now? I don't think so. Oh god, we're gonna get... Oh, they are gonna get so ratioed. Oh, they are gonna get so ratioed, it's not even close. How did this make it out of the meeting? There's no way, there's no way. It has to happen now. Okay, okay, what's this? What's this? The orchestra thing. I'm not gonna play the orchestra thing, I am sorry. Let's see the chat in... Yeah, people are saying for Kamala Harris in chat. That's a little late, buddy. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the announcement. What we call this? What we call this? Okay. Thank you, that's a weird way of spelling fuck you. I thought it said fuck you, didn't it? Oh my god. Okay, we got a lot to talk about, boys. We got a lot to talk about. Let me drop that pillow in there because I'm gonna need my Bible. This reminds me of the Bible, you know? There's in the Old Testament a passage where the Pharaoh of Egypt took in all the Philistines and then he just let them go or something and they caused a lot of trouble and everybody was mad. This is what's happened with WoW. This is what happened with WoW, okay? People are really mad. Okay, so let's go over it. Let's go over it. There is only, as you can see on the scoreboard right here, I kept score. I kept score. So there is 1 W in the entire BlizzCon. And that's gonna be the Warcraft remaster. I don't even think it's that great and I don't even care about it, but I think the Warcraft remaster is fine. I think it's cool. It's cool that people get to play Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1 again. So God bless that guy, that the single guy that's making all of that. Like, he's probably the only good thing about this BlizzCon. Huh. Warcraft Rumble, nobody cares. Hearthstone, no expansion. This is the beginning of the Fortniteification of Hearthstone. Blizzard already Fortniteified Overwatch. What is a Fortniteification? Because I know people are gonna ask me that. A Fortniteification... oh, thank you for the follow, Jay. A Fortniteification of a game is basically making the business model of Fortnite. What is the business model of Fortnite? Taking a bunch of other intellectual properties that have nothing to do with the game and selling them as skins. Get ready, because in 2 years we're gonna see Batman or Superman or something like that in the cars. It's gonna happen. They do not give a damn about the world. It's fine. I don't really care about Hearthstone. I don't even think the people that play Hearthstone are gonna care. But yeah, get ready for it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. There is, okay, then we go from Hearthstone and Rumble to Classic WoW, of course. What did we get? Season of Discovery gets one raid at the end. They get one raid at the end, 2 raids at the end. Actually, after Nax Ramas, we're getting Scarlet Monastery. And we are getting Karas and Crypts. So they are slapping them, as you can see in the timeline, which was the right timeline, by the way. It wasn't even a placeholder. It was the exact timeline we were expecting. So here it is once again. Let me shrink the scoreboard a little bit. The timeline was exactly correct. So it's not even going to be a phase 8. It's phase 7 and it ends. So the copium we had from Ebonheart the whole time, I am so gonna call him and make fun of him right now, bro. You got no idea. Oh, it's gonna be so crazy. So phase 7, we're gonna get Nax Ramas raid, a new endgame content, which is gonna be the Scarlet Monastery raid and Nax Ramas. I think Scarlet Monastery is, Scarlet Monastery and Karas and Crypts. One of the two is gonna be a dungeon. It's not even gonna be a raid. It is not gonna be even a raid. I do not think. I think at best, Jamie, I think at best we're gonna get one of these instances that is a raid. At best. Cataclysm Classic, they are gonna finish it as fast as possible, and then comes Mob Classic. And not much to say about that. I do not care for Mob Classic. I might play it at the launch, and then I'm not gonna care. That's basically my story with it. Okay, here. This is the only thing that is kind of interesting. We are getting fresh. We are getting fresh era. We are getting fresh hardcore. And it is gonna last less than a year. I think, and this is something people have been proposing for a while, a supercharged, super fast launch for WoW. I think that's cool. I think it's fine. It's a shame they are killing seasonal because of it. And it's also really, really dumb that they decided not to announce Classic Plus. They committed the same mistake they committed when they announced Diablo Immortal, because the marketing team cannot learn a lesson. For the life of them, they cannot learn a lesson to save their lives. So, because Classic Plus is on the works, they are making it, okay? They are making Classic Plus. It's not that they don't know that it's coming. It is coming. They just chose not to show it because they think that not acknowledging it is gonna be better for hype next year. It's so dumb. That's gonna cost them dearly. That marketing decision is once again going to cost them dearly. I am fine with this. I am fine with Burning Crusade. And overall, I don't think it's gonna be a terrible year. I don't think it's gonna be a terrible year, but it's gonna be a crappy year. So we got like 4, 5 more months of SOD, and then SOD is gonna die right here. And then we're gonna be playing fresh WoW. I'm gonna be playing Era. I am not gonna be playing Hardcore. I do not give a damn about Hardcore. I am not gonna play it. And yeah, I would say overall this is very bad news. I still sustain it is not the worst year that Classic has ever had, but it is up there. It is up there. Are you guys, can I ask you something? Are you gonna play Era or are you gonna play Hardcore? Because you're gonna have a choice. I was also expecting that they were gonna do some cool feature with Hardcore, like you die in Hardcore and you go to Era. They couldn't even bother doing that. That was too much work. Come on, man. So lame. What are you gonna roll on Era? Probably a Warrior. Probably a Torrent Warrior. Perhaps a Shaman. I am playing Horde, of course. Fresh Classic is not bad, but it's not exciting. It's not like something to write home about. So you can see why Sart was so sad when he said what he said, you know? I feel bad for him because he knew all this time. You know, that's gotta sting. There is Cataclysm, there's Mob, there's Fresh Era, Season of Discovery is gonna end, and TVC. Yep, that's pretty much it. More Warrior Guides, you betcha, you betcha. You betcha I'm gonna make more Warrior Guides. I'm gonna be playing a Warrior for sure. I'm probably gonna play 2 characters, because if they do the 30% extra experience on questing, yeah, that's pretty much it. I am not playing hardcore. Screw hardcore, man. Like, I think they're gonna be for a rude awakening. People do not wanna see hardcore again. Well, the buttons to match in vanilla era is a lot easier, so we got that going on for us. Oh. So we haven't got a date for Classic Fresh, but it's gonna happen very soon. Very soon. It would seem. Okay, let me go take a pee, and I'm gonna call somebody here. No hit Jerome just whispered me we are cooked. Okay, I'm gonna call people. I am rolling Horde, okay? I am a... What's this? What's this? Oh! Oh! This? Huh? I wonder what this is. What could this be? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna roll, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna go Horde, and I'm probably gonna convince Dwarf Lord to play with us. I think Dwarf Lord is I think we're gonna convince him to play Fresh with us. I need him, okay? I need somebody that actually knows how to do Era well. I got like plans, okay? I'm gonna flesh out the plans, and I'm gonna get back to you guys. I wanna get people behind me on this, but I got a whole idea with something I wanna do in Era. It's not gonna be something crazy, but I got a project for Era, so that's why I am not too mad that we're getting Fresh Era. I got something to do in the meanwhile. A lot of people are gonna wait for TVC. I agree with you 100%. Sod isn't even badly perceived. No, Sod was fine. I liked Sod. Sod was great. If they made like 4 more phases, I would play the 4 more phases. Sod is fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't play it. I like Sod. I'm just mad that they abandoned it. So let's see, is the orchestra still playing? Yes, it is. Project 2025 is something similar with that. It's gonna be something involving my chat and other streamers, ideally. I'm gonna make a bunch of calls tonight. Okay, so give me a minute. I'll be back in a second, and we're gonna talk with some people. I'm gonna pull some people up into the stream. Okay, I'm calling Evonhart. Let's see. Yeah, Jerome actually believed me. It was Evonhart that didn't believe me. Let's see. Wanna call up. I cannot quite tell him that I'm gonna call him to gloat, but I wanna call him to gloat. I wanna call Evonhart to gloat. Hammer 2, I guess. Because they were like, no, this is fake, this is too unprofessional. Okay, they were convinced that the leaks were false because this winter spring thing was too close together. So it was unprofessional and it wasn't real. And I told them, the amount of work that it takes to if you're a trained graphics designer, it's still gonna take you a day to make this. Okay, this is like well made, good proportions, everything like that. And it's on a VLC render, so like you're telling me the guy rendered a fake video just to put it on Reddit for a couple karma. This is way too high effort. If it was gonna be fake, it was gonna be very obvious that it was fake. Evan Hart coped too hard? Yes, he might have. He might have. Wanna call up? You guys are in call. Okay, Jerome is picking up the call first. I guess we're gonna talk with Jerome. I wanna talk to a bunch of people.
Yeah, call as many as you want, D.
Oh, there you go. What's up, homie? You're super excited for the midnight expansion?
I feel like I just got run over by a car.
Huh, I felt that way before.
I felt that way after I ate a bunch of pancakes with syrup yesterday too, because I'm very old.
I was telling people that I gave you credit. You were the one person that believed me when I said it was real.
I just don't understand why they just keep giving us the same exact game over and over again. And they haven't learned anything from Path of Exile, where it's like you make small changes. The things people like, you keep them. The things they don't like, you scrap them. Like, why don't we get the BS?
Not even the hardcore gimmick that Evan Hart was saying that if you die in hardcore, you go to Era. I thought that was gonna be big enough to like make a difference. Not even that, bro. Not even that. Look at the beans in my neck. I'm so vascular
you been working out?
No.
You look amazing. I don't know. I don't want to be too negative, dude. I mean, I just don't. I just wanted it to be 5% different than the last era.
That's
and
what
I don't
I wanted.
understand. Like,
had
it
I
can't just
gotten
be the same
Soul
exact
2,
thing.
Season of Discovery 2, I would have been happy. I don't even want Classic Plus. I mean, it's fine if I get it, but I was fine with the Season of Discovery model.
Just don't understand how they add BFD and Nomergon raids and they don't put those in the Classic Fresh. Like, that's... Or any of the... Like, there's so many little things that, like, I don't want to have to go back and have... Like, the class design, the fact that you can't stack buffs. Like, I can't play... You can't have 2 Resto Druids in a Classic WoW raid. Like, what is that?
Oh, they didn't remove the debuff limit for Era. I think they are not going to remove it, right? That sucks.
I mean, maybe they will, but there's all these little things that are like... It's like, what are we doing here? I don't want to go back to some of this stuff.
I want to go back and I got a project I'm going to pitch it to you tonight. Like, I've been thinking about this for a while, but am I going to be, like, super excited to play Era for a year? No. I mean, I'm going to play it. I like Vanilla WoW. I played Vanilla WoW for the years before Classic came out, but come on, man. You could have done so much better than that, and you knew it. You knew they could have done so much better. I think Kevin Hart is going to be devastated. He was really...
He's going to be devastated, yeah.
He was really excited for this moment. And he got betrayed. Let me see if... Huh.
This is the first time in my career of, like, making content where I feel like I'm going to have huge gaps where there's nothing to make. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
Yeah, we're going to have to
figure out the Ashes of Creation and all this stuff. And
Hunter,
figure out
bro.
what I'm going to do.
Get a new CPU.
Oh,
Let's play
Monster
Monster
Hunter,
Hunter, bro. That's gonna be.
I would have to get a new computer and an entirely new like ventilation system for my house to support the number of fans and electricity power.
I can only play it on the winter. I cannot play it in the summer. You're right.
I can only play in the winter. Yeah.
Before I got my new case, I couldn't play Rust on the summer. Like literally, I would get thermal throttling. Yeah, okay, Kevin Kelly, okay, you spoiled it a little bit. It's gonna be something like OnlyFans. It's gonna be very similar to that. It's not gonna be indirect protest or OnlyFans or something like that, okay? That's not what I intend. They can do hardcore, that's perfectly fine. But I wanna do something for Era that's very similar to that. With a twist, okay? I got a twist thought about this. I'm gonna have to call a bunch of people, Jerome.
I have an idea, so it's gonna be... And the whole time we level on Raid, we have to listen to Life is a Highway.
That's gonna be one of them, yes.
We're getting a question from the audience. Chulio asks, what's the rubber hammer for?
Oh, this mallet. Okay, you see, this is a table that my grandfather made 20 years before I was born, and it doesn't have any nails. It is interlocked pieces of wood. It's like a special type of carpentry that he learned. So there's like a bunch of spokes in the legs of the table that get loose over time, and I just gotta hammer them a little. That's why I got a mallet. Because if it was a normal hammer, I would damage the table.
Okay, so we've got to recap here. November 21st, we're getting SOD Phase 6, and we're getting Classic Era. So my assumption is they're basically going to put SOD on ice for like 3 months. You're never going to hear about SOD again for 3 months. And then they're going to do this they're going to revive it for Phase 7 as a sort of like happy, like, look how good SOD was, and they're going to give us all this new stuff. And then they're going to basically try to send us away feeling happy, like we just got a churro. But really, like, I think Phase 6 will be pretty dead because people will be doing Era, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are gonna quit SOD for Era. Honestly, like, I think a lot of people are gonna skip 2 phases, or they are gonna say, I am skipping phases until Karasan comes out, and then they are not gonna come back. Because I've seen it happen before. How many people said, I'm gonna wait until level 60, and they never came back?
I just don't understand. Som had leveling boost, and I know that's unpopular. SOD had level bans. They've accepted the fact that the average player simply can't hit 60 within a month. Like, it takes forever. So the solution this time is not to make leveling faster. It's not to add leveling bans. It's just to add Molten Core like a month later. I don't see how that solves anything.
I think they implied with the quality of life fixes that they are gonna put 30% more XP in questing, because that's what they did in some. That might be it, but it's not enough.
They didn't say that, and that would be... I don't think they're doing that.
Season of Discovery proved that people love pretending they care about leveling, but they really don't. Like, do you think Season of Discovery...
they're doing... Everything I see seems to be that Era is going to be exactly how it was back in 2019, which is completely illogical to me.
Yep.
I mean, you can't have a game where people like Ninja are quitting at level 40 because they don't want to level anymore. Like, why? That's anybody that's coming to the game is going to fall off of it before they hit 60.
Bro, level 45 to 55 is like such a slog. I think at 54 like it picks up again, but there's no dungeons to farm, right? Because I like leveling farming dungeons. There's nothing. What do you do? You do Sunken Temple over and over? Is that what you do? It's awful.
Scarlet Monastery spam's a thing you could do, but...
Yeah, until level 50 something, I guess. It just sucks. It just sucks.
I don't know. I saw that... we got a blue post on Fresh Servers. This is where they're going to tell us what they're changing. Here we go.
Let me pull that up right now.
You got to record? You want to go record a video and come back? Or like,
I am recording right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. I'm checking it out at the same time as you are.
I just received incredible news. Well, not good. Weird news.
What news? Okay, do you want to read it? Because you speak English and I don't.
Okay. As part of our ongoing Warcraft 30th anniversary celebration, we're excited to announce all new fresh WoW Classic Realms live November 21st, 2 p.m. PST.
Wow.
Realm sizes and rule sets. Nowadays, an individual WoW Classic Realm can hold many more players at a single time than ever before. For our new fresh anniversary realms, we're limiting the total number of realms to choose from to only one of each rule set. That's interesting.
Mega servers. Okay, that's cool.
Mega servers.
That's cool. I like that.
Cool. I don't believe they can hold up on the tech end, but okay. It'll give both new and returning players the confidence in selecting
the first
a realm.
week, and then it's gonna hold up. I think that's it.
The first week, there's going to be horrible queues, though.
Oh, yeah.
This will give both new and returning players confidence in selecting a realm with their rule set of their choosing, knowing it'll be healthy and sustainable. They're going to open additional realms for a given rule set if needed to address player demand, but it's their intention to limit it to as few realms as possible. That's interesting.
I mean, I like that. I like the mega servers because servers die. People transfer out to dead servers anyway, so... It's a lot better than it used to be. Like, my server died in Classic.
Are you ready to get to the good stuff?
Oh, yeah. Burning Crusade Classic. Let's go.
All right. We're particularly excited to reveal normal PvE and PvP Fresh Anniversary realms will progress to Burning Crusade Classic after progressing through the Classic era content phases. This will be our first visit back to the start of this beloved expansion since it launched in 2021. Oh boy, okay. Our new Hardcore Anniversary realms will not progress to TBC Classic.
Yes! Fuck Hardcore!
I mean, that makes sense.
Fuck Hardcore, man.
Well, TBC Hardcore was so bad, they already did it, and everybody died, like, to Fell Reavers and stuff.
It's awful. It's like you cannot even do a dungeon without dying. Try doing the steambolts. Try doing the steambolts without a single person dying.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I don't think it's theoretically possible.
Nobody's ever done it.
On Fresh Blue
so they're
Gear?
not progressing.
No.
Hardcore's always been focused on the Classic 1 to 6 day journey, made truly viable and approachable thanks to Classic's original mechanics and difficulty. Burning Crusade brings a level of challenge and randomness that we feel doesn't fit Hardcore.
Okay, the changes.
It makes it seem like they think Hardcore players are bad. They said, oh, it's too challenging for them.
I mean,
is that a threat?
If you are to take your average hardcore player, and that's not all of them, because you got people like Sardako who are insane at the game, but like most hardcore people, you take them into a raid with mechanics and they cannot do it. I'm probably in that boat.
There are some alarming things at the bottom of this post, but I don't want to react to them yet. Are you ready for more?
Yeah.
Okay, no changes and changes philosophy. With WoW Classic Anniversary Realms, our goal is to preserve the spirit of what makes WoW Classic special. We're not strictly following a no changes policy for these Anniversary Realms, but our intention is to closely mirror the Classic Vanilla experience with minimal deviation from the 2019 version. Okay.
Let's see the deviation.
Since the launch of WoW Classic, I don't know what the word deviation means.
Moving away from something, so like changing.
I thought it was like something about like the fish, like the
Deviate
fish,
the lights,
like
yeah.
a server.
Exactly.
Yeah. Since the launch of WoW Classic in 2019, changes have occurred for reasons primarily focused on game health and game cohesion. These changes included reporting system improvements, dethroning system for transferring guild leadership, the addition of the Chrono Boon Displacer and allowing it to stack to 10, the improved PvP honor ranking system and graphics improvements. On the new Anniversary Realms, these changes will be in from the start. Interesting. Okay.
Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing interesting really on that. As
Looking
always,
for
we'll listen to
group?
player feedback.
Oh god.
Spoiler.
Oh god.
User interface. In WoW Classic, players have used a variety of out-of-game tools and methods to group with other players. Given the limits of limited number of Anniversary Realms per region, we expect all realms to have high populations. Although we applaud players' ingenuity to create tools outside the game to ease social connections, we recognize that not having similar functionality in the game has been a missed opportunity. Oh god.
Okay, no. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like LFG bulletin, like the wording of it implies that it's like LFG bulletin board. Like they're even making chat channels so it can be a little more organized. I do not hate that if that's the case.
In order to post in those, you have to verify your phone number, and I don't want to give them my phone number. So I can't make any groups.
I think it takes you like having an account that's like 2 months old. The other day I had a guy in a raid that he won a piece of loot and I couldn't trade it to him because his account was new. I couldn't give it to him. We had to make a ticket. Crazily enough, a GM did actually transfer the item though. That did happen.
Nice.
It took it 2 days, but one day I just checked my bags, it was gone and it was on his bags, so...
That's a theft. They stole your item. To support group play, we're introducing a Looking for Group tool that will allow players to create, join, and browse parties manually. We're also adding a services chat channel that players can enable for advertising services like portals, summons, and tribute buffs. All such advertising must be posted there, and players chat for this kind of these kinds placed elsewhere are subject to player reports and action taken by Blizzard.
Okay, you know what? I think that's fine because like all the bots were clogging up the Looking for Group channels anyway. So
okay, but can I ask a serious question? Why is that the vision of Classic that we have to put up with? Why are there portal summoners? I mean, why are there summoners in the first place? Like it ruins Classic.
Awesome, bro. I haven't walked to a
they make
city
the
in
game
years.
feel small and weird.
I haven't taken a flight path in a year. I don't even know what Mulgore looks like.
Is that good for the game? Is that a logical thing to like be like, okay, we're gonna leave this in? They have the option.
It's good for me.
So they're saying, hey, we love that summoning bots exist. We're just gonna try to make them be like push them out of sight. Like, why is that a thing?
I think the reasoning is that bots are gonna exist no matter what, but they really don't want the bots to ruin global chat, because right now, if you do not have LFG bulletin board, global chat is unusable. Like world chat, looking for group chat, it is literally unusable if you do not have an add-on right now because of all the spam. So they are trying to fix that, I bet.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't get rid of the summoning bots and make the game feel nice again.
I think almost everybody uses summoning bots. I don't think people want them away.
I do, but I'm saying, like, if you have to make the choice between getting rid of them or shoving them out of the way, why not just get rid of them? They have the power.
I got no strong feelings either way. Whatever.
Okay, he doesn't care. For those who enjoy the look and feel of Classic's Guild UI, we've implemented an option for players to choose between the original Classic Guild UI and the newer Guild UI. We're also making plans to bring these updates to all Classic era realms and appreciate your thoughts and feedback. So they just confirmed that there will be Classic era realms. So there's going to be people playing on Nax. They're going to be playing on Nax while we're doing Fresh.
No,
so the player base is even more split.
I mean, I don't think people are gonna play Era as much if they get Fresh Era, because they have been clamoring for Fresh Era for a while. I mean, some of them have to mean it. A couple of them probably mean that they actually want it, not just clamoring for it, like the Warcraft 4 people.
I think like 8,000 people want Classic Fresh. That's my legitimate number.
Yeah, you are not exactly wrong. I think it's gonna be smaller than so, that's for sure.
Bro, there's like 17 more things left. Okay. Hardcore rules and progression. For the first time ever, new anniversary hardcore realms will progress through the classic era phases of content. This means when MC unlocks on normal and PvP realms, it'll unlock on new hardcore realms at the same time. We look forward to seeing how players prepare to take on the content as it unlocks with each phase. Please note PvP Battlegrounds and Battle Masters still disabled and will not unlock. Okay. We expect all else to remain the same. Paladins will not be able to bubble hearts. Shaman's reincarnation. Soulstones won't work. Duel to the death back on the menu. Buffs and debuffs limits removed. And you can create self-found characters right from the start without being able to trade. Okay. This is their pitch, is that, oh, you can progress?
Fresh is a trap, but it has worked for a decade, so I don't think Fresh is gonna go away. Fresh works. People play it when it's fresh, so I mean they would be stupid if they didn't do Fresh every so often.
Does it work? It worked in 2019. I have not actually seen it work
since.
Well,
Jerome, you come from Dark Souls. You didn't actually play private servers before Classic, right?
No.
Okay, I come from the vanilla private server scene. Yeah. Like, people would literally quit like 4 months into one server because another server was fresh. People like fresh to their detriment, and Blizzard knows it.
Okay, but could you make an argument that making this a 1-year timeline that goes into TBC doesn't actually give them what they really want, which is a fresh every 4 months?
It's better. It's closer.
Better? What is this positive Medina?
I mean,
you're all, dude, you decided I was too negative and now you're going positive.
No, it's not.
Like, I got the Blizzard sponsorship on speed
I am
now.
as mad as you are about them killing Soul. It's just like, I don't think the Fresh Era is a bad idea. I am happy for Fresh Era. I am just like, why can't we have both? That's what I'm mad about. Like, why do we have to die?
Because it costs too much money to promote 2 games at the same time when it's technically mostly the same player base.
Yeah, I think that's it. You know, like, they pay the same amount of same sub and they play both. That's less money for Bobby.
All right, so Molten Core and Onyxia. On new realms, we want to encourage as many players as possible to level characters and feel safe doing it in their own time. WoW Classic really is all about the journey.
H20, what about
we see the question, is it too late for me to start Astalot?
I'm down for Fresh
There's really no bad time to join WoW Classic. To support this, we're making a deliberate change to delay MC and Onyxia by a few weeks, opening December 12th. Okay. So wait, November 21st to December 12th. How many days is that? AI can tell me.
Well, November 21st to December 12th is 9 plus 12 is like 21 days.
21 days. I would bet under half of the population in 2019 was 60 by in 21 days. It was probably less than 30%.
300,000 for a fresh era to level 60 would still be insane. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that high. That would be a roaring success. That would be a stop the presses. We gotta do this again success. Like not even close. I don't think it's gonna be even that much. If it is that much, I'm gonna be surprised.
On the new anniversary realms, transfers will be unavailable except for transfers to a normal realm for hardcore characters. Normal realm characters must remain on normal realms.
Okay,
and
wait,
PvP
wait.
realm characters.
They didn't say that in the direct. Are they stupid? That's like the best feature ever. That's what people wanted.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
If you die on hardcore, you go to normal realms. Why didn't they put it on direct? Are they dumb? I thought they canceled it.
Because it doesn't look like it's free. Because it doesn't say that it's free.
Oh. Oh my god, I think you're right.
That's no way they would.
Oh my god, I think you're
free.
right.
The word
Fuck
free
Blizzard,
is not in
man.
there. Where is the word free?
I believe you. You know what? You know what? It's so messed up. I believe you.
I mean,
I believe you.
If the word free was in there, it would be in there, right?
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe.
It's possible it'll be free though. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't make it free. That would be crazy. It would be too crazy for them not to make it free.
Okay, let's see. On hardcore realms, should players wish to transfer to either dead or living characters to a normal realm, they will be able to do so. Okay, that kind of implies there is no barrier. I don't know, maybe it's...
Kind of.
That would be so insane if they charge you money for it. That would be so insane.
I hope they charge us.
That would be
I
so
would pay
insane.
every time.
I mean,
I
you
would kill
kinda
my
would.
characters and pay extra.
I mean, like, honestly,
That'd be
like,
sick.
you spend 150 hours on a character and you gotta pay to save it. Like, you would be stupid if you didn't. That's why it's so messed up. They know people would pay. So messed up.
I think
Fuck
it
hardcore.
should scale on how high your level is. So if you're level 60, it should be $60.
Oh.
Level 1, $1.
Don't listen to him, Blizzard, please.
Enforced faction
$1
balance.
per
Wait, how are
level.
they going to do enforced? Can I interrupt? How are they going to do enforced faction balance if there's one server?
They are gonna shut down one faction, so if you do not make your character on day one, you're screwed.
So you're going to want to play with your friends, but you won't be able to because it'll be temporarily blocked?
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Always well received. In SOD, we implemented enforced faction balance in all PvP realms, meaning that the population of Horde and Alliance was almost perfectly balanced. If the faction balance ever starts to lean too far in one direction or the other, character creation is temporarily paused and balance is restored. The results have been overwhelmingly successful, and feedback has been positive. Therefore, we're going to do that on the anniversary realms.
Yeah, it turns out that if you kill all the people that do something you don't like, there is no more people doing it. Huh. Like... if you do not allow people to create characters on the other faction, like, of course it's gonna be overwhelmingly successful that you're not gonna get other faction. So messed up, though. I don't know. There's gotta be a... There's gotta be a better solution
I don't
than
see how
this.
we're gonna get 50-50 if we all know how the game works, right? Like, as we all know 2019 Classic, Horde have a massive advantage in PvP. Alliance have an insane advantage in raiding. That's just... I don't see how that's ever gonna change.
I mean, in SOD it was Alliance the dominant faction. That was kinda crazy.
That's because they changed the class balance, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think now it is Horde favored, but like the very early phases, it was all Alliance, which was crazy. I think it was Asmongold.
On private servers, what was always the dominant
Bro.
faction in private servers? Because that'll be what it is, whatever it is.
Alliance, probably, but that was because back in era, like, you know, like, Paladins are like so busted. It was always Alliance. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play Horde. It's crazy how Asmongold is single-handedly keeping the Alliance alive. If he doesn't play Era, we're screwed.
I'm gonna join him. GDKP policy in line with our policy enacted on SOD. No GDKPs on NA in Europe, but apparently maybe in China. Policy will not be implemented in regions outside of North America and Europe. Wow. While we understand there are benefits to those who find this convenient way to gain gear, we recognize there are concerns around GDKP eroding guild and social structures. Player feedback has been largely positive about this change and aligns with our internal findings. We'll continue to monitor feedback about this topic closely, and we may make adjustments in the future. We're excited to see you November 21st at 2 p.m. PST. Love, Blizzard.
Well, I think like I came out of this looking, this came out looking a lot better after the article than before. Why didn't they say that you could transfer from hardcore to era in the announcement? Like, that's so dumb. That's like the main thing. That's the main new thing, and it's a great thing. Why wouldn't they say it? Are they dumb? Are they dumb?
I don't think they know what people really care about or passionate about. Like, I don't know. This article is much better than what they announced.
Easily.
Like one realm is hype. That's really hype. I like that.
It's so crazy. Like they are asleep at the wheel. Like the people that make all the announcements are asleep at the wheel the whole time. Like it's like the people that make SOD do not talk to marketing or something like that. Like how could you like let that one slide like that? That's literally how hardcore works right now. Can you already do that? Can you? I do not play hardcore. Okay, wait. You can already transfer to era from hardcore? Is it free? Can somebody tell me if it's free?
I've never done it.
I do not recall that
my
being
characters were dead. I just assumed my characters were bricked and I never logged in. If it is free, they don't tell you that it's free.
Every time I die on hardcore, I just throw my computer away and buy a new one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always been a thing according to Inzi. Okay.
Huh.
And they announced it as free in the hardcore announcement. Okay.
Well, I apologize. I do not play hardcore. I wouldn't know.
Well, you will be now. That's all we're gonna be doing.
You are gonna be doing that. I'm gonna play era. I'm gonna call Dwarf Lord. We're gonna be best buddies. Okay. I watch his stream. I think he's freaking hilarious.
You should call him now, dude. Get him in the call. Where is he?
I don't know if I got him on Discord. Honestly, I'm just on his chat all day. Like he makes era funny. You need that man. He's an asset.
I've never laughed playing Era in my life. I'll have to investigate how he's doing this. He's working miracles.
He goes into like shitty guilds. Or have you ever seen that TV show, The Prophet? Like the guy that buys businesses and fixes them, and it's like a reality show. He goes to shitty guilds and he like raid lists for them until they get their act together. It's really funny.
That's a really funny concept.
If you die in real life, you get transferred to Era life. Okay.
I'm getting a question from the audience for you, Medina, from Spy Guy. What would need to happen to get you playing Ashes of Creation? The people demand.
I'm not paying $150 for it, and if you give me $150 to play it, I'm gonna spend it on literally anything else. So, yeah. Do not give me...
All right, guys. Crowdfunding Medina playing this game. Everybody give him $150.
I don't have on Discord. I gotta add him. I gotta pitch my idea to him. I got something for Era planned, okay? I got something cooking for Era. It's not gonna be that insane,
better. I need something.
But it's gonna be content and it's gonna be funny. And hopefully it's gonna get people behind my view of Classic. Like, just to... I don't want to spoil it yet because like it's subject to change. I'm gonna pitch it to like probably 10 streamers. And I'm gonna get feedback on it, but I don't want to try hard.
What if we gave you a key and didn't give you money?
I would play it, I guess, but like, please do not do that. Your money is better spent anywhere else. Donate that money to charity. Give it to your family. I don't know. Buy your mom a new hairdryer or something. I don't know. Go to the supermarket and buy $150 or canned goods and take them to the church. I don't know, like spend it literally anything else. Like if you give them $150, you're just funding what's wrong with Kickstarter games. You're just rewarding them for not releasing the game. They would be stupid if they release the game at this point. If they got people that give them $150 like that. They would be dumb if they did.
Well, Steven's in the chat right now, and he's saying that he wants you to play. I'm sure. He's not.
So messed up.
God knows what he's doing.
So messed up. You give me $150 and you tell me this is for Ashes, I'm gonna go right back and I'm gonna go buy my mom a dishwasher or something. That's what I'm gonna do with money. Screw that, man.
Do we still go for Scarab Lord? Is that out of the crush question? What's going on here?
I'm not going for Scarab Lord. I don't know about you. Let me look at Dwarf
maybe
Lord's
this
Discord.
is my big chance.
I think he's raiding, actually. He's probably not gonna be in the mood for talking. Yeah, he's raiding, I think. I gotta get a hold of him in a minute. I definitely gotta get a hold of him.
I just don't understand why they didn't. You should call him. I don't understand why they didn't do level bans.
Yeah, he's fine.
I
think he's fine.
The way they did that.
Went to 60 straight up. I don't think it's crazy.
I hate it so much. It doesn't fit the lifestyle of anyone other than people that play the game full time.
Yeah, a lot of people play the game full time and they don't make a dime from it. At least we make money playing the game.
I'm not gonna be making any money leveling to 60.
The average normal player takes 2 months to level. So I think 1 month is not a crazy time frame.
So why not do something about that? Why is it just like we're just gonna do it again?
I agree with you on that.
If they slow down the leveling,
I agree with that.
When I played my 100 in 2019, it took me like a month and a half to hit 60, and I was trying.
I hit it in a week. I was in Fairbanks, US, the first kill of Onyxia. I was there. I wasn't even in the guild. I was the only druid that was attuned to Onyxia in the entire server. And the guys were like, oh, you want to come? Like a guy saw me next to Rexar because when I was turning in the attunement, and he was like, oh my god, you're a druid and you're attuned. Want to come to the raid? We're going in 15 minutes. I got the first helmet for Onyxia. I couldn't even equip it, Jerome. I used to be insane.
Wait, why couldn't you equip it?
58, level 58, you can't.
You were level 58, you dirty dog.
I got attuned when I was leveling. That's when I got my attunement.
Yeah, I'm reading the slightly differently looking blog post I'll send to you. It looks slightly, it has pictures. I don't understand why they disabled Battlegrounds. I guess they just can't make it work in hardcore.
They enabled Battlegrounds with the PvP system because that was something that people were worried about. We are getting the PvP system and Battlegrounds, so none of that farming people on flight paths for 8 hours a day. That's good.
I landed in Silithus yesterday and got farmed for like 45 minutes straight.
Ouch. I believe that though.
I don't know. I guess I'm less sad than I was.
It's not terrible for like, at least in the content sense of it, I got something to do, but come on, man. You know what was right.
What do you have to do then?
What
do you have to do? Seriously, what video are you making? What is there to make?
You're gonna hear about it tonight. You're gonna hear about it tonight. It's gonna be subject to a bunch of brainstorming.
If you didn't have your idea, what would there be? Like,
this is how you play Warrior from level 1 to level 60. This is how you play Warrior in the Blackwing Lair. This is how you level in Dungeon level 1 to level 49. I know what I'm gonna do, okay? I know if people play the game, I know how to farm it.
You have a great energy about it. Okay, yeah, you know what? If they're playing, then we can make stuff for it. You're right.
Yeah, if nobody plays it, which is what happened in Tusod, or Cataclysm, I cannot make content because nobody's gonna watch it, right? But if people actually care about the game and they play it, I can make content on it. I find a way.
You're right. You've just given me a whole new perspective. And I can make it whatever I want, too. I can do anything. You've given me a whole lease on life. Let's go.
Especially if you enjoy the game, if you're having fun. And I'm not saying that you gotta feel that the game is impeccable and perfect. I'm just saying, like, if you genuinely have fun playing the game, there's always something to talk about. I am not worried about that.
Bro, Great point. Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. I'm all the way back. Classic Fresh. November 21st.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm all in.
You know, I had to check something. Evan Hart was saying, I think I'm going to hit 600 tonight. Let's see what he hit. I wanted to call him to gloat.
Absolutely nothing he hoped was happening would happen.
Hammer is pulling 300. What a chat. He's kicking ass.
Well, apparently they literally had a Classic Plus trailer like ready to go. I just didn't do anything with it. Wouldn't be the first time.
I believe it. I think it's definitely...
They've done that before.
I wouldn't put it past them at all.
They just whip it out again in like 6 months? Or next
yeah.
year?
All they had to do is do the Elder Scrolls thing they do. Like, I don't know if you... Every time Bethesda makes a phone game, they make a trailer. They say, we got 2 announcements for the Elder Scrolls. We got the Elder Scrolls Candy Crush, and then they do Elder Scrolls 6. And the entire trailer is 15 seconds of like a mountain that shows nothing, and they put Elder Scrolls 6. And that's it. That's the end of the trailer. That's all they gotta do. That's all they have to do.
Microsoft must have data that's not good though, because they own Bethesda, so they must know that that's not a good way to promote something.
Well, it's not a good way to promote it, but like it's a way to keep people not trying to kill you. You know, like you kill the hype.
I think they want us to be excited about what's happening right now. They want us to be in the moment, playing classic fresh.
I think it's hard to keep perspective because like we are in the loop 24/7 and we know people that know people at Blizzard and we know for sure that Classic Plus is in the works. But I don't know if the average player knows that Classic Plus is in the works. I don't know how that would work out. I mean,
but I can tell you from my understanding of the landscape, the hardcore announcements are not very far-reaching. Like, most people don't play or know about hardcore.
You know why they made hardcore. It's not for the players. It's not for the players. You know, damn well it's not for the players.
Okay, but there could be an argument that everything should be for the players.
I agree, but that's what they are doing it. I agree with you. That's what they're doing.
We're not going PvE server, right? That would be stupid.
I think I'm going PvP.
If we can't get griefed, we have... Yeah, we better. Because if I can't get griefed, I have nothing to do.
I would rather play on PvE, but nobody plays on PvE. So, like, I either gotta choose of, like, playing with other streamers or not playing with other streamers. Because I wish the culture would change. I said it 1,000 times before. I think World PvP is cancer and it adds nothing to the game. I said it. Put me in jail.
Based on a data point from, like, 2005 that says that PvP servers had, like, more engagement or something. So everybody's, like... kind of funneled over there, but I don't necessarily. They should do like They should do like a focus group and see like, hey, do people actually like this anymore? Because like a lot of our assumptions are based off of old stuff, right?
Well, no, I don't think it's Blizzard's thing either. It's like the community wants PvP servers to their detriment. Like they would rather get griefed all day. They think it's funny. I don't know.
It is funny.
I think World PvP is just like terribly designed. It apports nothing to the game. Like if you want to do World PvP right, you gotta design an MMO for it. WoW is not a PvP MMO.
Because they tacked it on at the end.
Do you think a lot of people wanted fresh servers, or it was just a loud minority? That's something they are bringing up in chat.
Loud minority, 100%.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, loud minority.
Okay, Kako wants to jump in the call. Wanna add him?
Yeah, of course.
No, Jerome. Okay, I'm gonna swap to the call here. I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. We're just getting in the call. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Oh, what's up, man? One of my teeth is like crooked or something. I think it's the camera. There you go. What's up, man? So you just were editing the reaction to it?
Yeah, it was. I was hoping for Classic Plus, obviously, but we didn't get that. But like, it was like I hope that it's raids. I took it as raids for SOD Phase 8. That was literally, I posted a video a couple days ago of my perfect Phase 8, and that was like word for word what we're getting with the Scarlet Citadel and Karazhan Crypt. So like people are suggesting that it's not a raid, and that has me a little worried. But as long as it's a raid, I think we'll be great.
Why would I got the same suspicion, because why would they call it a instance content instead of a raid, right?
And why did they say Deadwind Pass instead of Karazhan Crypts? That was weird too. What? There's no Deadwind Pass raid. That wouldn't be a thing. So that makes me think it's some kind of weird Deadwind Pass dungeon or something.
That would be so dumb.
Or like weird world event. The budget ran out right before Cares and Crips.
Let's see if I can put
it would I don't know. Like I was hoping that they would do that, and like I took it as raids because I think optimistically, but like if it's not raids, it's definitely gonna suck. Like a lot of people are gonna be pissed if it's not.
What do you think about the timeline with the putting out Phase 6 and the fresh servers in the same exact date? Do you think Phase 6 is just like a lost phase and everyone's gonna skip it and then we go back for Phase 7? Like, what do we do?
I'm super worried about that. Luckily, no one in my guild told me they're quitting yet, but I think it's too many WoWs, and we're already spread thin. Like, I think that is the biggest problem in Classic, is having everyone, like, there's only so many people playing Classic, and having people get hyped for Firelands coming out, AQ coming out, and then on top having Fresh, having Hardcore, and it's just too much, and I think it's gonna be not very good
we
for
are really
anyone.
diluted. That's 100% true. And it even creates tribalism, and I am part of this, like I admit to it, but like every time something that you don't like happens to your game, you feel that it happens because it's going to a different version of the game. So like it creates like not the nicest interactions.
Because it actually is, that is the real reality though. You're not just imagining it, that is the case. Them putting out a fresh server the same day as SOD absolutely impacts SOD negatively, and they know it, and everybody knows it. That's just how it is.
Absolutely, but it's
really not your imagination.
So, Cargo, I didn't get to talk to you the other day because you were raiding, but you saw the leaks before it came out, right? Like the roadmap leak?
Yeah, I saw it this morning. I said there's no way they're gonna release it all at once. Like having it all come out that quickly and then do it, but it looks like they're doing it. So
yeah, Phase 6 is done. Like the same day as Fresh Era, they're doing Phase 6. Come on, man! Like we're not stupid. We know what that means.
Well, I mean, AQ doesn't open for 2 more weeks, right? So we still have.
Great point. So AQ really opens on December 6th. So technically, you could make it work, I guess. Like they're trying to let you, so you could like hit 60 in Era and then do phase 6 for a couple weeks, I guess.
What's really troubling about that is they said they're delaying Oni and MC for 2 weeks. So now that like Era rating is going to be at this. I don't. They said a couple weeks. I didn't see a date yet.
Delay.
Let me look at this. We just looked at it.
Oh,
okay. The 3-week delay.
3 weeks.
See, that was my next concern. Days, is like that's going to line up with AQ.
Yeah, that seems very deliberate. Like there is no way that's an accident. Like
okay, so December 12th is the date. So you could do SOD Phase 6, the raid, and then December 12th do MC Ani. Wouldn't be impossible.
Still doing MC Ani on SOD, so not much changed.
Yo, how do you feel about this? I'm not trying to be super negative, but I just did MC. I just did Ani. I just did BWL. We're just doing them again.
I just don't know where to go, honestly. That's my biggest thing. Like, I hope my saviors and my guild and everything I've been working with stays and we can continue doing SOD content. But if everyone goes, I can't blame them for wanting to do the new stuff. But, like, I can't even decide where I want to go. Like, they're giving us so many options, and I obviously have the luxury of being able to play as much as I want, but many people do not have that, and it's definitely I think all of them are just gonna get negatively impacted by being spread between 3 different ways to play the game.
Yeah, and like they were saying that this was like a way to consolidate the player base, but they're just killing seasonal and making a new season, and at least that really, I think this eventually leads to them killing Era. I am very concerned there's nothing saying about Era staying. What if they just shut down Era? Would you put it past them?
I don't want to be negative, but don't they have to eventually? Like, Era exists as like the light at the end of the tunnel, where it's like, well, once you finish all this progression, you get to have something where your character can go to. But I don't know. I don't know why it exists, really. I mean, it should. I don't know. Some people like it. I can't complain about it. I don't know. I literally have watched South Valley, Raid, and Era every day for 2 years straight. So I don't want to throw stones at somebody that's enjoying it. But
I definitely just kind of assumed that they would close Era with the 20th anniversary realms coming, because other than South Valley, I don't really know anyone else that like plays that religiously and sticks with it. But yeah, but like once again, it's just it'll be weird if people choose to not go to the fresh ones and they sit there and play Era. It's just another thing that people are going to be dispersed.
We're going to have a split player base with some people doing Era because there's no GDKPs in this fresh progression. So it's almost like they're giving. That's an angle I hadn't thought of. It's like Era now becomes the GDKP place to go. If you want a GDKP, there only is one place in Classic to do it, or Kata, I guess. But
yeah, no, I like the GDKP being gone. It's just been too much gold buying and corruption. Personally, I know that a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but like GDKPs, it would be a great method if they could get the botting, they could get the gold buying under control, but they just can't do it. So I guess it's like the best compromise we have is to just flat outright ban it.
I said this before, and like I've stayed very consistent on my take on GDKPs. My problem with GDKPs is not that they are bad. I think they are too good. I think if you are being objective, it is better than raiding in a guild. So I think either owes the social fabric of WoW over time, because it is more efficient to do a GDKP than to be in a guild. And that's what I don't like about GDKPs. Not that they are bad or the gold buying or anything. I just think they are too good. Like the opposite. You know? They are too overpowered, so to speak.
It also gives no one a reason to be in like a traditional guild with a council and stuff, and everyone can just buy gold or have gold, use their gold for whatever they want to do.
I'm trying to pull up the Era population.
Were you disappointed about anything, Kako?
There is 17,000 people on Era. That's not nothing on the population right now.
I was really disappointed we didn't get level bans. Like I loved, or like the Som level boost, where it was like, okay, you got extra XP from the quests, or give us the level bans where it's like every week we get another 10 levels or something. I mean, what do you think about that? Like, I guess you said you have unlimited time to play, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been 5 years since I really did it. Like just a straight up Era classic. Like I went all the way through Wrath, and then I quit when Kata came out. Went back to Sada. Didn't really do Som too much. So Season of Discovery was like the first time experiencing that, and I think I'm kind of spoiled. Like I don't even like know if I could play a mage on normal. Just press Frostbolt,
That's
Fireball.
My fear, right? Like imagine playing a warrior, and when you do Thunderclap now, you don't have aggro anymore. I don't know how tanky is gonna feel like ass.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big awakening for people who just kind of did all the new stuff, and then where we're gonna be at in the future.
I almost don't think I can go back. I mean, I was playing Priest, and the abilities I get are like abilities I never want to play without them. Like not having penance, my shield doesn't scale. I think you can only have one renew on a target at once. There's like there are all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah, and like bear tanks are terrible. No shaman tanks, no warlock tanks. Like if we got an actual Classic Plus, I would have loved to see those tweaks be like main staples in the game, because I think they make the groups better, and a lot of people enjoy playing those types of ways.
It's been an emotional roller coaster, but I would say like after all the phases, we got to like a very good state with the classes, and it's gonna suck to see that work go away. Like almost every spec has like a flavor, that like a niche they could feel, and it feels good to play it, and gotta go back to vanilla. And I'm gonna be part of the problem. I'm just gonna play a warrior. Like everybody's gonna be a warrior anyway, you know? Daima doesn't. That's just gonna be what I'm gonna do.
I couldn't hear for a second. I had my headphones off, but isn't that's like the appeal of Era at this point is you know what's overpowered, you know what's broken, play that thing. But then why would you play the things that are bad? Like why would people play anything other than Warrior? I just don't understand.
That's a big thing too. Like we have it figured out, and we know for a fact what we're getting.
Yeah.
This is where like games like Path of Exile, like you would never just get the exact same launch over and over again. I don't understand that. It's like a little bit different. You're like, oh, we're not 100% sure Warriors are going to be the best. We're like 90%.
99.
So I don't get it.
I don't know. This is just like a heap of wasted potential. I think that's the life story of Sword, I guess.
I hope it's not wasted potential. That's for sure.
You seem kind of like you seem more positive than I do, Kago. You seem like you're kind of like, I'm ready for the fresh. It'll be, I mean, even though you literally just rated MC like a week ago, right? You just did MC probably yesterday. So
yeah, I do it.
You're just
every
okay
Monday
doing it,
still.
but like with a worse character?
I really don't even, like, I'm not excited to go to Era, but like as a creator and my guild, someone literally just DM'd me, said, any plans for the Sod Saviors to become Era Saviors? And I was like, I just got to see what everyone wants to do. Like, they dropped it on us with a week's notice. Like, it's all fresh and I don't know what I want to do. Like, I know what I should do for content, but like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, that's basically my
You're being
take on
profiled
hardcore.
as someone who you like the leveling process. Is that a fair statement? Do you enjoy like the grinding? Because to me, like, I don't really like that feeling of being behind other people. I don't like not being caught up to everybody.
Yeah, so like I loved hardcore for that. Like to me, if I want to go through the process and like the constant adrenaline rush, it's hardcore for sure. But like if I'm on Era, like at this point after doing, like, I went too hard on Sod. Like I had all characters I got them to 41. Like phase 2 is where I broke doing all 8 of them. So like it would be really like at this point it's kind of dead to me to like level. Like I don't get any enjoyment for it, but I got to do it to get ahead.
Yeah, I definitely ults are dead. Like I'm not playing ults for sure. Screw that, bro. I kind of wanted to play a Resto Shaman, but probably not. I think that's
do the wide net method of leveling all characters to 35 at the same time, so then you can turn them into profession bots. Do that again. Here we go.
I don't know. I would have to be pretty bored to consider leveling in Era for fun. Like that would have to be like a special amount of boredom that I gotta have in my mind. And I haven't done it in 5 years, and I gotta do it now.
Another weird thing is like there was just the Deviant project, there was just the Era Hype project, and like you're now asking everybody to start over again. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that project was so cool.
That. Like it was like 100 people, and they were all streamers.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody really cares.
100 people having fun doing events. It was like it was making the server much more event focused, and like we're always gonna have something happening. There's always gonna be like some crazy battle happening and stuff like that. So I guess I could see that, like making it really, it's our time now to make stuff happen and make it cool. But also there's going to be 37 layers, so I don't know. We're never going to see each other ever again.
Yeah, that's a concern for sure. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be calling you Kagho. I think tonight I'm gonna be starting working on it. I got like an idea of what I want to do in it. I got like a little project in mind for a while, but that's gonna be us though. We're gonna have to figure out something to make it interesting. Like the hardcore Andes.
But Medina really got my eyes open, dude. There's always some fun thing to talk about. And if it all that matters is do other people play. That's the only thing we care about is like if other people are playing, we're gonna find a way to enjoy it 100%. It's really gonna come down to do they promote it? Do other people play it?
Absolutely, and I mean that's why it's an MMO, massive multiplayer online game. Like they're only good when people are there.
I like calling WoW Facebook with dragons. That's what it's always been for me. Like it's just a social experience. I don't really care much about the actual game itself, which I know is gonna sound sacrilegious, but as long as there's like a nice social circle I can form in WoW and play with those people, that's all I really want.
Well, you're saying something that other people would recoil at, but yet that is, when you really get down to it, probably the reason most people keep playing. In the end, they just don't admit it. Like they're actually there for the people that they met.
When you die in hardcore, you can transfer to Era.
But the people that played Canada the last 6 months, they weren't there just for the raid.
Yeah, for sure. They're there for their GDKPs.
True.
I think the last people raiding in Canada so much just people farming for their sub. They just want to pay for their sub.
It's a good angle.
If I wasn't a tank, I would do
Are
it.
you gonna do hardcore though, Kago? Are you doing hardcore? It's like a side thing.
That kind of seems like the plan because you can't transfer your air characters. Zyrene tweeted that out a little bit ago. So like if you die on hardcore, you would go to the PvE air realm. So like that could be where like I'd be more inclined to start there and see what I can do there. If I can create something with that, and then just go default to era if I fail or die or what happens.
You just said something that is really important that Medina and I have been dealing with. They did not make it clear you get the transfer, and the fact that their devs are frantically panic tweeting about this right now implies that they did not message this properly.
Yeah.
Zyrene is doing overtime tweeting about how you can transfer your hardcore character. So it almost seems like they are funneling you to do hardcore first, and then
like if you die on hardcore, you cannot go to PvP because that's dumb.
He said only the PvE server. That's what he said in the tweet.
Come on. That's so stupid.
We're gonna have to have a long talk about that.
That's actually that. I think if there's one thing I can rage against for the next month, I'm gonna do that. Well, what? How many days do we have? Oh no. For the next 8 days?
Perhaps.
I don't got time,
I don't
bro.
even know.
All right, I'm not gonna see my family for a while. I'll just let them know I love them.
Yeah. Hey, I'm skipping Thanksgiving. Fresh is launching.
Thanksgiving canceled, Christmas canceled, New Year's canceled, Super Bowl canceled.
In 2 weeks on 1x XP is like insane. Like
my best time with like no boosting and like actually playing the game. It's like a week in game, actually like grinding.
Yeah,
not doing like too sweaty min maxy.
You have to play all day.
It's a dedication for sure.
It's crazy.
I think Joker did it with abusing layering and mage AoE farming in like 3 days of in-game time, but it's still like such a massive grind to do it.
Yeah, like I mean, like he was so ahead of everybody else that nobody was competing with him for mobs either. So he was like he would do an AoE pool and drink and instantly get another layer of mobs. You know, like that's not reasonable. I don't think you can even use layer as much anymore because they changed layering after Classic 2019. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, but you can, if you just alt F4 in game, it resets your layering. If you didn't know that, you just alt F4 and relog, and you can layer infinite.
Remember,
I've
guys,
shared that a few times, but
yeah, it sounds like a joke.
No, it straight up works. Like I swear, you can test it in game right now if you're bored.
That's hilarious.
I was angrily tweeting at Zyrene. I wasn't able to listen because I was rage tweeting.
Yeah, I just feel like they dropped, like they just said this is it, and then they just didn't give us any like details, questions. They're like, "Yep, here you go, you're getting this." So then we see all the devs tweet on the classic dev account. You got Zyrene and Agron tweeting out the massive 20th anniversary blue post. Like you're just getting so much like stuff that I feel like they should have discussed while everyone was watching to clear this up. So now there's just a bunch of people saying, "Oh, I think this, I think that," and putting it out there. I'm kind of guilty. I just posted a video saying we're getting Phase 8 and 2 new raids because I assumed that SOD Phase 8 is going to be those raids. Like, they did say instances, but, like, I could be wrong. I just want them to be raids, so I'm a little hopeful.
Well,
it's crazy how we got rock pulled, bro.
And I
we
wanted
got
a new pony,
so bad.
Medina's figured out how to do it. I mean, the reality is you're not going to be wrong for saying it's raids, and then when it's not raids, you can make a video about how upset you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're fine. I think everyone would assume those are raids. I don't think it's a wrong thing.
Oh, it's been particularly disappointing.
My biggest worry is that we're gonna go into like no one is gonna want to do AQ, no one is gonna want to do Nax, and SOD just become like era then be in hardcore become a SOD Phase 8 waiting room, like just something for people to do.
Well, this is the big concern is, okay, this month is gonna be sick, right? But what about January, February? Like there's a whole ZG patch for era. Like I cannot tell you how. Like I've done the numbers. Every time anyone streams ZG, even if they're doing it with the Pope, the view count goes down. Like we can't afford to be doing ZG. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not it can't be a content phase. It's not a real content phase.
I love doing ZG 4 times a week already. I'm ready for more.
Okay, you are not. I don't know. You are able to find a positive in everything. I love it.
Yeah, that's just kind of how I am. But I do not want to do ZG again in Era. I'm already tired of it all.
Yeah, I think
But
it's gonna
I
die
also
at
20-man
AQ40
blasted,
again.
so it's pretty quick.
That's when I lose interest in Era. I mean, back in the day in private
I didn't
servers,
realize.
that's when it fell off every time.
I didn't realize how many people hate AQ. Like, I loved AQ. I thought it was awesome in 2019 Classic. Like, I enjoyed. I never did the Scepter of the Shifting Sands quest line, but like we did it as a guild, and it was like really awesome to see us all come together and blast it out for the people to get their scarabs. And I had a blast with it, and I guess I might be biased because I had fond memories with the community doing it, but we're definitely not doing it here on SOD, especially after this announcement.
Yeah, like imagine spending like a month of your life farming for stupid scarab shells for a amount that nobody's gonna see because the server is gonna die.
Yeah, at this point, I hope someone does it.
A lot of the negativity behind AQ is that it's pretty hard. Like, I remember it being like almost an unpuggable raid, pretty much, which is never a good. And that's a really bad way to have a raid. So I think SOD will fix that, but no one will ever experience it.
I don't know, man. They haven't said they are gonna put portals in the raid. That would fix like most of it. Like if you wipe and you go instantly back into it, even if it sucks, it will be like a lot less terrible. Like you remember Sunken Temple? That raid sucked.
Yeah. I don't think I could. If you'd made me get to a certain location in that raid, I still couldn't do it. I never figured out the layout.
It's a maze, and they cut half of it. It's insane. But
yeah, they cut off like literally a whole layer of the circle.
I adore AQ20. I still sustain that AQ20 is like one of the most underappreciated raids of all time. But AQ40, man, no, man. Oh god.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Wowhead was caught off guard by this announcement. The only thing on the classic page that they have counting down is the AQ war effort. Like, I mean, there's literally, it shows how they're cannibalizing each other when the countdown to the war effort is the same. It's the same date as the new classic.
War effort's done. All right, see you guys.
I don't get it. I don't know. I don't. They're still doing the same tired playbook of stacking everything in the same quarter for some reason. They did this with Nax and with Shadowlands. They put them out the same week. I bet half of you guys went off to Shadowlands. I never saw you again. They treat it like it doesn't matter if you switch games, and I don't feel like humans work that way.
Temple when Kada came out? You couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think I took a break. All-time low.
Yeah, nobody wanted to do it.
But they don't treat it like the way humans actually play the game. They just like expect us to switch between the modes at will. And I don't think that's...
Get excited for next product. Consume product.
But I am excited for SOD. I'm happy when I log into it. It's fun. I've liked making videos for it. Now I have to get excited for a different thing because they're killing the thing I like.
We got murdered. We got thrown under the bus.
I understand like where all the negativity around SOD even came from in the first place. It was the same version it was in Phase 1 and 2, except we were playing MC. So the people that don't like it in MC should criticize Molten Core. I mean, yeah, the fact that they didn't add new stuff, sure, but if you don't like the version we're getting, you're really gonna hate Era when you get Molten Core with even less stuff.
Yep.
Like an MC with no Molten Ball. Okay, I was starting to like the Molten Ball.
Do you do the RNG strat with it?
We wiped every single week. It was hilarious. Our raid was so angry.
The popular strat for it now, if you're still doing it, is to just have the tanks go on the separate side to get all the meatballs, and then if a tank gets targeted with the debuff, your whole raid just wipes. So you just coin.
Yeah, we did that every week.
Yeah,
we did that every week, and every week our best streamers would lose their buffs and scream on the Discord.
That's why I cannot raid with you guys anymore. Every time I do something, a French guy yells at me, bro. I am bad, okay? I don't know what to do. It's hard, man.
Yesterday's patch tweaked incursions inside. Instance entry is at quest giver, and you can port out of incursions now. That sounds like it's related to the Scarab quest line somehow.
Yeah,
probably
more
the Emerald Drakes.
incursions.
Whatever they're doing with the Emerald Dragons is probably why they're changing them. Or they'll just make those portals the instance to the Emerald Dragons.
Can I read this comment from Kevin? Welcome back to 30 Warrior Raids again. All your specs are no longer viable like inside. Have fun. All quality of life gone too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be one of those.
I'm the only person who hates Chronobones. One time I posted an anti-Chronobone propaganda post on Reddit.
Why?
And it got like 11,000 downvotes.
Why do you hate
too
Chronobones?
good now. It's too good.
Oh,
the implementation of Chronobone takes away all stakes from world PvP. I'm not saying to get rid of it, but you have to give there some kind of timer where you can't just boon up the buff you have or something. There has to be some reason. Like we had stakes with PvP in 2019. See, I'm saying something very unpopular. I'm just gonna stop talking. But
yeah, like my favorite part of it was that you found somebody you didn't like, and you would go to them and you would hit this spell, and there would be nothing they could do about it. And you would ruin their day.
You had a list of people you didn't like. I could make a list. I could put Medina on a list and ruin his life. I can't do that anymore. This is terrible. Okay, I realize I'm saying something unpopular.
Well, with all the ganking aside, I think the biggest problem is like you're forced to raid log your character, your main. Like you can't go out and do anything in the world.
No. I agree. Chronobone is a net plus. I just think there's ways to do it where it isn't. I don't know. It's a little more exciting, maybe. Every time you open it up, you PvP flag, maybe. Whatever. They never do it. Don't worry.
I feel like they should just give us they should turn one of the zones that are in the game, like Hyjal, into just a giant free-for-all PvP zone of never-ending PvP for people to just go there and beat the crap out of each other.
You think that they have the money and budget to do that?
Yeah, that would require carving a hole into a mountain to put like a road into Hyjal. That would take like an afternoon of work. Who are you dealing with?
The portals are there. The portals are already there. Like they're in Winterspring. You can go there and you can see. If you've ever jumped into Hyjal, like it's already there as a full zone in the classic WoW. So
and
somewhere like Caverns of Time.
Too expensive to implement. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's like
they
20
could just
lines
copy
of code. Bro,
just copy
come
pasta the ZG event and just throw it on there. Like have the Loa guy running around.
Copy and
whatever
paste.
It is.
That's 4 keys you gotta press, bro. That's not reasonable. They don't have the budget to do that.
That's what they're good at.
Come on, man. Let's be realistic here. I think we should play on a black screen that has nothing on it, and like every time you press a button, it says beep. That should be the game. That's something that's more realistic with the budget they are running on Classic.
Yeah. What if here's a little conspiracy for you that I saw. They're doing this so then everybody is too spread out, so all versions of Classic die, and then they just send us all to retail, which is their end goal always.
I wouldn't put it past them,
right.
But I think it's not gonna work. We have given retail too many chances. You know, like it's not like retail was never given a chance. Like people give it a chance every expansion, and it dies straight back again every time. You know.
I mean, it's a great game with systems that need to be like removed. Like, yeah, the gameplay is great, the classes are fun, but the systems around it need to be fixed.
That's what made SOD so awesome. SOD was just retail without bullshit. That was SOD, and I loved it.
And pretty much everyone likes retail's design, and like the gameplay is really fun. I like the gameplay.
Retail without graphics and bullshit would be an amazing game. They just cannot fire Eon for some reason. He knows too much. He has been to the hotels. They cannot fire him. So we gotta deal with the bullshit systems he makes up every month. You know. He's seen Bobby's butt. He's untouchable.
There's just so much they could have done, man. And I still, have that little bit of hope that we might get it. There is Mr. GM said, what's this little icon at the end of the timeline picture when, like after TBC and the end of Classic?
That's 2026, and we might be dead by then. Well, come on, we can't.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I feel like this is not a version of Classic aimed at me. I just feel like I'm not actually the demographic for what they're making. And that, I don't know, you ever watch like Frozen and you're like, this doesn't feel like they're aiming this at me. And it feels bad because the content you used to enjoy was aimed at you, like cartoons and stuff. And then you're like, oh, they made this thing for these other people. And it's like, I could be happy for them, but also a little bummed that they didn't try to do anything, you know?
Yeah. On the bright side, if we do era, you have, you have 5 years of content. You can just go back, look at all your videos you made then, and just, refresh them. Just do a retake.
That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I am not afraid content-wise. My only fear is that people don't play it. Like, as long as people do play
my fear, though.
I can make content on it. I'll find a way.
The content angle's easy. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. The angle that sucks is they're not trying to bring a single new player to this game. Not a single new player will come to Classic era.
Up.
Like, why would they? They gave up, and that I feel the giving up in that they gave up. They didn't get SOD was them not giving up. They were like, hey, let's try to get some new players. Let's see, and then they were like, oh, that's not a good idea. Let's give up.
I legit got people that told me they started playing WoW because of SOD. Okay, that did happen. But like my conspiracy theory, I said it before. I think my conspiracy theory is that Miskif and Emiru and all the streamers got like a younger audience that is not from WoW. And they think that if they do hardcore, that's gonna translate into more players. And like, those kids are never gonna play WoW. And that's not to say that they are wrong for having kids watching them playing WoW. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, Blizzard is relying on them to get new players, and that's never gonna happen, okay? You gotta do a lot more than that. Stealing Fortnite is also not gonna fix it.
You mean like Plunderstorm for stealing Fortnite?
Yep.
I like Plunderstorm, but I don't know. I don't think you can get. I think if you watch TikToks and YouTube Shorts, your brain cannot handle hardcore. You have to basically live like a monk for a week to train your brain to be able to handle it, and then you can do it. Like, basically, I have stopped distracting myself when I stream, and I'm able to do hardcore now. But when I used to like look at like TikToks and stuff, I could not do hardcore because your brain gets too bored. It's impossible.
Yeah, people just want to see me yelling at S-Fan. That's what they want to see. They don't care if it's hardcore. They could be playing My Little Pony Adventure and it will be the exact same stream for them. They don't really care. They just want like a stake situation. They can like have like interactions with each other, and that's perfectly fine, but that's not gonna sell the game though. Nobody's gonna look at the gameplay, at the 70 hours of grueling killing mobs for 70 hours to hit level 60 gameplay and think that could be me.
I think the biggest appeal that might have is if they die, they do go to the PvE realms. Like, that might keep them playing. That's like this. That's
insanely unappealing.
Yeah, that's like the smallest hope that, your character died, you can keep playing. But then again, you probably would have organizing a guild of like all the people that died on there and to keep going would just be a lot as well.
We are so cooked. I don't know, man.
I'm busy dying on my hill that you should be able to transfer your hardcore character to PvP servers, or the features
I don't
pointless.
see why you cannot choose. That's so dumb.
I'm not playing on a PvE server. There's far less content to be had. It's less exciting for me. I'm not doing it.
I mean, I said this before. Like, the only reason I play on PvP is because everybody's in there. But why would you go to a shit server? Like, why are you forced to go to a shit server? If you want to go PvE, you should be able to choose that. Like, why are you forced?
It's really backwards that you can't transfer back and forth anymore. The reasoning makes no sense. It's like, oh, well, a PvP character has had more trials and tribulations, so they're like, you can't possibly go from PvE level 60 to PvP because it'll be unfair. Like, why are we living in 2004? Why can't you go back and what is this? What is that?
Yeah,
you really think a PvE character hasn't had the same challenges? What's the reasoning?
So you say that Cyrene is like panic tweeting on Twitter right now?
Mm-hmm.
What's he saying?
He's just addressing a lot of people's concerns, and a lot of people are mad and sharing the same stuff that
He's
we're
trying
talking
to
about.
put out a fire, but he has a little garden hose, and he's
that's
trying
not
his
his
best.
job, though. Is that his job? Yeah, I don't know if damage control by him is gonna work.
Well, he just said he likes GDKPs. That's an interesting. He's going against the company line.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. I don't know. I never seen something he tweeted that made the company look good, though. Even if you like him. Let's see.
This is a great point. In the current version of HC, you can transfer to PvP, but on this version, you won't be able to. It seems maybe an oversight.
Gonna give a TLDR for the anniversary realms. 1 realm per rule set. Server transfers to these fresh realms for hardcore characters. What's the panic part that you saw? Like, where is it in the replies or there it is?
Oh no, it was mostly he had a recap. He had a bunch of stuff.
Okay, they are saying that they are worried that allowing people to transfer to hardcore would mess with faction balance. I don't know, bro. I got 2 people in chat that say they are giving up on Scarab Lord already.
I don't understand the obsession on faction balance when layers completely negate any relevance to faction balance.
It's not even balanced. Are you in Horde layer or Alliance layer?
Well, we're living. They're acting like the layer, they're acting like layers don't exist when they talk about the server balance problem.
Yeah.
They're like, well, it would be impossible to get to BRM if you're on Alliance and it's outnumbered. Like, you go to the other layer. There is no real feeling of being on a server when layers.
Yeah,
but, they're not gonna fix that, so I can't complain.
It's been the same way across since the dawn of time. Like, you go to layer 1 if you're Alliance, you go to layer 2 if you're Horde, and you never meet each other, and that's it. Like, if they are gonna do this stuff, they should balance layering around it, and they won't. Because I bet you that would create like 20% less efficient servers, like at cost. Like, they would need 20% more layers by the same amount of people, and they are not gonna do it. I think that's it.
Can I ask you a question? They just added instant mail between your alts and SOD. So we're just gonna go back to not having that? Like, we're going forward and then we're going backwards again?
If we don't have instant mail, I am not playing, guys. I quit.
Like, why don't they take some of the things we like and keep them? And so it feels like we're building something, so it doesn't feel like we're going backwards in time. So we're going back to a 1950s diner.
Oh, Classic Go is out there. Is Classic Go online?
Yes, Go's tweeting. He has a lot of thoughts. Maybe call him.
Yeah, like, I want people with thoughts here. I want to get, like, the entire community. The people that are mad, I want... Oh, I messed up. Bro, you online? I messed up, but...
Dude,
I messed up.
You should be hopeful. You have a positivity and a glow around you. You look good. People like you. I think you should keep your positivity. I'm being negative because I expect I get this thing before the launch of something like the Warcraft Direct stuff. I was like, all this stuff might happen, and then it doesn't happen. I get disappointed. So I'm just building myself up for failure, really.
Yeah, my tank, literally my main tank, has been main tanking since phase 3. Logged in, said, take all my gold, traded me 2K, and said, where should I log off forever?
Oh,
that's what just happened.
Come on. Also, I will also take gold if anyone's quitting. I will also accept all gold. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna use that money for Scarab Lord, baby. You just buy the shells. Buy them on the auction house. Do it all. They'll do it for you. You only need 20k shells because they made it double the rep per shell.
Well, that's good at least. You don't need 42,000.
You only need 21,000 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Which is still like 300 hours.
Even without even skipping the bug farm, doing the entire quest chain and everything you have to do is still insane.
That's probably 20 hours. You got to kill Ragnaros, you got to kill Onyxia, you've got to do all the elite farming, which is like 3 hours per farm. You've got to do 2 runs of BWL. There's a bunch of different stuff you need raid groups for.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see a good reason to stick around to SOD anymore if that's the case, honestly. Like, even if it is 50% of the players that are gone, like, can you imagine how impossible it's going to be to get anything done at that point? I don't think people are even going to come back for the raids. I will, but I don't think people will.
I mean, we got to go back to the fact that when you do BWL, or when I do it, people like it. It's they actually enjoy watching it. It's not bad. It's not disliked. And I think the people hating on SOD are not the majority.
I mean, even if it is the majority, there is like a really good community that formed. We grew back to 80,000 people that play SOD and like it, and we gotta throw that away after like 6 months of taking it back.
Yeah, I think SOD is my favorite version of Classic. I would have liked 20% of SOD into the new era. That would have been enough for me. Just like a couple, maybe not the runes, but like a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah, I would have loved to see like make palette like all the hybrid classes at the very least, even if you don't like make shaman tanks or lock tanks. Yeah, like put that shit in there because it's definitely enjoyable. And I think seeing how many people are playing the new stuff opposed to like mages are like almost extinct because like yeah, we got a few new things. Like no one wants to play it because you kind of just press Balefire and Frost Firebolt, which is Frostbolt and Firebolt. Like I struggle to find mages for my guild and groups that I need. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Wait until Classic Era, you're going to be pressing Frostbolt.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, actually tanking is super hard in Era, so I'm going to have like something to do. I'm going to have to find...
Why, is it just because you have like barely more threat than the other people or what?
Not even, not even. The only way to hold aggro on Era is to be a Fury Warrior like everybody else and pump harder than them, so it's... Oh god,
yeah, you're just a tank, but like, not actually.
You're the tank until somebody else is the tank. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna...
I want to raid with Medina.
Oh, you
see
will,
how that goes.
you
that would
will,
be hilarious.
you will, motherfucker, you will. No, just you wait. Just you wait.
I gotta get my world buffs for 4 hours, and then he's gonna like, I'll be tanking like 3 seconds into the fight.
Yeah,
so, did you go on the line? Do you want me to DM him?
I DM'd him, but he's not online, it would seem. I wanted to take him. He seemed upset. I like upset people. You know,
he seemed upset. He had some really good takes.
What about Eben or Gitello?
I DM'd Ebon and he didn't answer. I think he's not having a great time right now. Like,
he's also too big now. He has like 800 viewers.
Yeah, he's too cool to hang out with us.
You gotta get him when they're smaller.
Oh,
too good for us. Well, I'm just saying, he's too big for us now. He got 800 viewers. He doesn't. I figured I wouldn't. I thought better than to ask him, bro. I was like, he has too many viewers for me to ask.
I don't know, like...
No way.
Like, for him, this is devastating. Like, for us, it's like, meh, it's okay, I guess. But for him, this is like, his life got shattered. He was, like, so sure we were going to get Classic Plus.
It is kind of funny, though. It is kind of funny. Because he was so excited.
I think a lot of people are going to his streams just to gloat. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I wanna call him just to gloat. And he knows I'm gonna call him to gloat, so he's not gonna pick it up. Because, like, I was talking to him this morning.
We have pretty good information that they made a full-on Classic Plus trailer, right? There's no way they didn't do that.
That's so sad.
What did they do with it? They just didn't...
Well, now they are going to wait for BlizzCon. There's no point in releasing it now. It's too late. But they should have just made a tiny teaser. Like a 10-second teaser. That's all they had to do, man. That's all they had to do. But like, we were talking with Evan, I was talking with Evan, he called me and everything because I was like, bro, I think this is real. Look at the graphic design. It's very consistent. Same fonts, same logos, same legal disclaimer, the same layout. I think this is a real timeline that got leaked, Evan. And he was like, no, man, there is no way. The summer and winter are too close together, so it's unprofessional. There is no way, man. Classic Plus is coming and,
Well, I recreated it in VLC Media Player to see if it looked the way it did. I made a premiere video like that looked like it to see if it was right, and it did look legit to me. But
Yeah, like the amount of insanity would have taken to force that. Like the guy rendered a fake 3-minute video just to take a screenshot. That would be like so insane.
You got to remember that it's actually really easy to do that. You just take a screenshot, you take a picture, and then you put it into Premiere and export it, and then watch it in VLC and take a picture.
I know, but like just take just imagine like because the play header is right, so it was a real video. Like you could do it, you definitely could do it, but like the amount of effort for no clear motive and only 10 hours before the announcement, if that like why would you do that? Like if you were gonna farm karma on Reddit, you would have done it two days ago, right?
I knew it was real because I felt disappointment when I saw it.
Yeah, that's the best way to tell. And it was exactly the same. I thought it was a placeholder. I was thinking, okay, maybe it's missing out some things because they didn't want the editor to know, but they wanted the editor to finish. That's a common practice. By the way, I did some editing work for trailers where they give you like something that is not quite all the information, but it has like the general layout. So you can make the editing file, the project file in Premiere, right? And the day before they just send you the real files and then you render it again, right? But not even that.
Interesting.
So I was thinking, okay, this is a placeholder, but it has to be real. No, it was literally the entire timeline.
I just thought that that was their internal timeline, and that they would message it to us in a more exciting way. Like, hey, look at all these small things we changed in Classic. I don't know. I'm the some changes bandwagon driver right now.
I
think people are gonna love some changes once they get to raiding in Era, because they're gonna realize it's 40 people and you're getting 2 to 3 pieces of loot, and it's gonna be brutal, especially if that timeline that they showed is as fast as it is. Like, people are still gonna be needing MC gear when they're in AQ.
Yeah, can you imagine being a warrior? I am gonna get no gear. Like I am getting zero gear.
There are so many problems with the Classic Era design. The 40-mans that almost zero players that I know ever actually did 40-man raids. You're almost always doing a 35-man raid because you can never find those last shamans. You can never find 40 people. It's impossible to find them. And then there's the fact that the guilds that raid the first week, 3 weeks in, where most people aren't level 60, they're getting Onslaught Girdle, they're getting Bone Reaver's Edges that are BIS for the entirety of the game that some people never see, and they're getting a huge advantage. They're split rating because they've leveled 2 characters during the 3 weeks.
Yep.
They're getting double the loot. It's impossible to compete. It's just, sorry, I'm just...
Like, we got 20 men Molten Core, and it still has double the loot every boss. And like, compare that to going back to Era.
With the 3-week change, the 3-week change means you're just going to level 2 characters. That's going to be the meta for the top players. Level 2 characters.
Split rating has always been a thing in Classic. It's just lame.
I just pray that there's got to be a way to get rid of split rating. Fix some of these systems. I'm
going to intentionally make a bad comp just so I don't have 30 warriors in the raid. That's going to be my take on it.
Have fun killing the bosses.
We will. I mean, it's only a problem once you get to Khotun. That's like when DPS actually starts mattering. You got like smooth sailing all the way to Blackwing Lair. I'm not too worried about that. Bruh. 30 warriors again. That's some fun.
The loot per boss is so low, right? You're going to get like 1 item a week.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky, you're getting... If you're a warrior, I don't think you will. On average, you're probably going to get
element
less.
Of like, you can't put the cat back in the bag. Are they giving us a failed era just to show us that that's not what we want? Are they like punishing us? Because like people are going to be like, hey, we're not getting any loot. We're not getting any loot.
That would be pretty, that's diabolical, but you know, if they want Classic Plus and want everyone to hate Era and everything else, that's definitely one way to go about it.
Yeah, you know, like, that's one of the things. It's like certain government programs that do not work, but people will never allow to take down. Like, it was evident to Blizzard when LFR came out that LFR was a big mistake, but they will never be able to take it away anymore, you know? I think it's going to be one of those things. You cannot take the changes away now. Like, people want them. That's going to cost them.
I kind of hope that they don't give us instant mail just so everyone suffers and is like, I hate this so much. Like...
Yeah, I think
I know
we're
it's a
getting
little
instant, man.
diabolical to say, but it'll make people realize how much like the potential of Classic with having seen SOD and seeing how much they hate with Era. I think it
Oh,
could
go!
be
You're
so
online.
good.
Holy crap! He's at work. God damn it, go! Quit your job.
God, people that work for a living. Ugh.
Yeah, your family
God.
can figure out
I
how
just-
to eat. It's not your problem. Get in
I sit
here.
around on podcasts complaining about things I get to do.
I just complain at WoW for money.
A video game that I get to play now. I'm so angry. God. Well, to be honest, I this is the first time I see a large patch where nothing's going to be happening. I don't think MOP, as much as people are saying they love it, I don't think it'll have numbers bigger than Wrath. There's no way.
It will be bigger than Kada, but it will not be even half of Rat, I think.
I can't make a Kata video on my channel or it kills my channel. Like,
There's
I literally
30,000
can't.
people
Like,
that play. Like, if you...
you know how much I want to make Kata videos? You know how fun they would be to make? I would love making Kata videos.
Jerome, if 100%, if every single person that played Cataclysm last week watches your video, that's a 30,000 view video. That's not even a viral
the
video.
Entire population.
It's not even a viral video.
Amount of coverage.
Exactly.
Omega viral would be 10,000 views. That's the most.
If you made it mandatory to log into Cataclysm by watching your video, you would still not break 30,000 views, Jerome. God, we're so cooked. People love
those
Jerome.
that work. Who else can you call that we can be angry with? Well, other than Kagho is going to be
Think of
happy
one.
and
I
excited.
can get I'll get whatever.
Okay.
I wanted to get
Okay,
Egon,
who
but
can
he
we
knows
call?
we're gonna make fun of him, so he doesn't want to do it.
Yo, Jay. I'm going to DM Jay. I'm DMing Bap.
Jay Tulo? Oh. Well, he probably is just
he
gonna
could
do
be good.
hardcore. I don't think he's gonna be upset. He wants to do hardcore.
True.
Good point.
You think Simon would wanna call us? He's probably doing his own thing.
Let's see what he's probably doing. I peer pressured him into doing Scarab Lord, and now he's stuck doing it. So funny.
Yeah,
nobody's
gonna do it.
Know that.
Nobody's
My entire
gonna do
guild
it.
thought I was gonna do it and make us do it and get the Black Scarab. I'm like, guys, I care about you, and this is a seasonal server. I done that whole thing. I'm like, no, we're good. We're good.
You know what's the funniest part? The guild I'm in is a bunch of streamers that would like nothing more than to do Scarab Lord, and all of them knew that somehow this classic was coming. So they all were like, "Hey, Jerome, do you want to get it?" They're like offering it to me. I'm like,
God.
"Oh God, clearly
They are
something's
setting
happening."
you
If
up.
these streamers, these people that literally all they want to do is create content, and they're like, "I don't want to do this."
That's gotta be a trap. There's
That
no
was
way
a
that's
bad
not
sign.
a trap.
Yeah. Dude, Bobka was like, "Hey, Jerome, do you want the head?" Like, that's Bobka. He would do anything for content.
Bro, it's like nobody's gonna care. Like, why? You get a mount for 3 months that nobody's gonna see, and then it's over? If you could get it on retail, that would be cool. If you could get like a recolor, not quite the same, but a recolor of the Scrap mount for retail, like just as a tie-in, I think some people would do it. I wouldn't do it, but some
Did
people
you
would
see
do
you
it.
can get a pink? You can get the pink one now. That's
Yeah, there's
range rating.
five new, slightly different colors.
Yeah, something like that. Some people would do it for that, but not even that, you know?
5 recolors. I know I'm playing Zod now.
Heck yeah, and you could probably only use them in AQ.
Yeah, what is like the ideal vanilla comp in the meta right now? Like, not for speedrunning, but for like a really competent guild that tries. It's like 30 warriors and 3 warlocks and 2 mages.
Five
healers.
shamans. 30
Yeah, 5
warriors,
shamans.
5 shamans. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You could throw the ferals in there for leader of the pack, but you know they don't really do damage. So
In the Horde, they suck.
I
In the
don't know
Alliance,
where the
they are
math
pretty
comes
good.
out.
In the Horde, they don't have the mana to power shift, so they suck.
Yeah.
If you got Seal of Wisdom on the boss, like, druids are actually really decent DPSers. They are not that bad.
Druid's no longer going to be popping Wind Fury anymore. Like not the fact that they give it to everyone. Like they won't be able to actually. Like their weapons are just useless again.
Playing
like, that's a
Alliance is
great
gonna
change
feel
they
like
should put
dog
in.
shit. I would rather lose aggro than not have Wind Fury, bro. Every time. Every time.
Horde's addicted to that Wind Fury.
Yeah, it's gonna take me like
Sorry, everyone is watching some kind of OnlyFans thing, so they won't come to our rant.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, they're announcing it.
Mm-hmm. What they don't realize is that ranting would give them far more, but Tello is not responding. He's also streaming the OnlyFans meeting. They're all deep in there.
Oh, he's opening a notepad. That's gonna take a while.
Poor content planning on their part. They should have done the meeting like 2 hours from now. People need to have time to rant.
Yeah. I mean, he probably couldn't hold himself. I think it's not even rational. I think Soda wanted to do this a month ago and he just couldn't help himself. He was waiting for the very second he could do it. He's like,
Ebenhardt's in the meeting?
Yeah, he's
in OnlyFans. Oh my god, that's why he won't pick up the phone.
He's
in the meeting. I'm gonna be on. We need to add someone to the call every 15 or so minutes. Otherwise, it'll become stale. Who else? We need someone
like
quick.
Miskiff stream. We need like a girl with
Hammer Dance is streaming the OnlyFans meeting. Oh my god!
I don't think Hammer signed up. I don't think Hammer signed up to OnlyFans.
He's in now, dude. He's in.
I didn't even know you had to sign up. I thought they would just go
this is telling
and they
me
would let you.
I need friends that aren't. I need friends that don't play hardcore WoW, because we need people we can pull into phone calls that aren't in OnlyFans meetings.
Yeah. I'm not going to play hardcore WoW. We're all of them.
We're the only one.
I don't think Hammer is going to be.
Definitely Simonize, right? Definitely Simonize isn't in that, right? So
Simonize is probably
I feel like every creator
I'm bringing him in as quickly as I can.
I think he's probably in that meeting. Is he not doing hardcore? I think he is. What do you think of the direct? Well, pretty disappointing, but I will do Era, and I am happy for Era. Like, if it was only hardcore, I would literally quit WoW. So at least we got something, but yeah. Not great. Not great.
It was, I was hyped because I took that at their announcement as Phase 8, and we were going to get Karazhan, and we were going to get Scarlet Citadel as 2 raids and a Phase 8, but maybe I was just a little confirmation bias there.
They had to do so little they had to do to keep Soul alive, and they chose not to.
I somehow don't have Simon. He said he wants to come, but I don't have him on my friends list. This is a disaster.
Add him to friends and tell him that you're adding him. Maybe I do have him. Let's see. Add friends to the event.
You probably have him.
Simon, I do. There you go.
Okay, bring him in. He's down.
There you go. I thought he was doing the OnlyFans thing. Is he not?
No. Okay, he's got a raid soon, so we'll probably only have him for a few minutes.
Good enough for me.
He's filling out a soft res sheet.
You gotta add him to friends, bro.
I don't think he saw it. I added him to friends. Let's see.
I mean, he read your DM. He's gonna read it. Eventually, he's gonna see it. Hammer is doing OnlyFans.
He's in the call. How do we get him into the call?
He gotta pick it up. Yeah.
He was up here for a bit, but
he gotta pick it up.
I swear to God, I think he's in a raid. It's terrible timing. Unfortunate. I think he just joined a raid, and he's the main tank, so they kind of need him,
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's gonna work out. So Hammer did sign up. I love you all, guys. I watch your videos for SOD. Yeah, we got the last 3 people survived SOD, We're like
I like that. We could have
survivors.
like a t-shirt, the SOD survivors.
I survived at SOD Armageddon.
We're still SOD saviors. We can't give up.
We're the SOD refugee crisis here. We're gonna just overrun Era and ruin it for everybody. I bet you. I don't think we should give up on it. I will check it out. I will still play, but like, I'm gonna be playing Era, and given that they transparently decided to kill SOD, like, it's not gonna be a priority for me anymore. I'm sorry. It's just like, why would I do it? I'm just gonna raid, and that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm just gonna raid log the whole time.
It kind of ruined every speculation video forever as well. Like we can't speculate anymore. It's just gonna be like what do we have here? What can we do better?
I think Era players will watch pretty much anything if you complain on it. That's my secret.
Just complain.
Oh yeah, yeah, it works every time. Like I made sure to complain about balance when I do a guide. Like, oh, this is how you play warrior. This talent is stupid. It works. That's what people want to hear.
Do you think I need to start repositioning myself in the warrior Discord?
Probably not gonna take you. Probably not gonna take you in.
Do you think it's too late to position myself as a moderator and pillar of the warrior community?
They didn't give Alaundo moderation privileges. They actually ran him out
Well, that's
of
because
Discord.
they're jealous of him. That's not any logical reason. They're just jealous.
You think they are not jealous of you because they got 2 viewers and you got 100?
I mean, he's always at the top though.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the parses that they are mad at him.
Bro, I don't know. I'm just, God. I'm a little, I don't know, man. I'm out of sorts now with the... Oh, Europe got the same announcement. Okay, I was looking for news.
What do you think your next WoW PvP videos are gonna look in the next 2 weeks, Cagho? Like, we got a question from chat here.
Yeah, I just answered it in there, but I definitely, I think this week's still gonna be good. I think the next week we're gonna see a little bit of a drop off, probably like 5-10K, and then the third week I think it's gonna be fried. I think we're gonna start to see we're going down to phase 3 numbers, unfortunately.
Oh, I think it's gonna happen right now. I think a lot of people just mentally gave up as soon as they saw it.
Yeah.
10 days,
I don't
man.
know.
It's 10 days. You know? That's gonna be me.
Like I said, my tank just sold all his gear, gave me all his gold, and said, "Where should I log off forever?" Like,
bad, bro.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
I was, keeping my hope and optimism going into it. I took those dungeons as we're getting phase 8. Getting roasted in the comments for it.
It's gonna be like 6 months from now, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm playing Ashes for sure.
You are? Do you have it yet?
No, I haven't bought the alpha stuff. I'll probably do beta and before it's ready to go.
That's a good call to wait, honestly, yeah.
I'm not paying $150. Screw that, bro.
Yeah.
Agren delayed the PTR even further? Is that true? No way.
What?
Wait,
oh
really?
My goodness. We already
What is going on over there?
Can they just tell us why it's being delayed?
They are spending no effort on SOD anymore. They want it dead. Let's see, I'm looking at it. No, where's the Twitter that they use for classic announcements?
WoW Classic devs or just Agren's straight up Twitter? I don't see it. Other than them, are you talking about the 15th?
Yeah, maybe he was talking about the 15th. No, he's joking. Okay.
Yeah.
It speaks a lot. It speaks a lot about the state that SOD is, that I believe them. I totally believe them. I thought, that sounds like something he would do. Bro.
He literally got all 3 of us looking at tweets because I'm sure we all have them on noties. We're I'm scrolling through here. I'm like, what do you mean?
Other than warrior players, who's gonna want to play Era? Well, shamans and 1 druid.
1 druid per guild.
Yeah, you get 2 druids. You might as well uninstall, bro. You know I don't know if you've seen this video, The Matrix, you know that movie? They had an MMO back in 2005, and when they shut down the game, they did a lore thing where The Matrix died, and everybody died in game, and then the server shut down.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's all.
I would like to, if they're gonna kill SOD, I need to die in game. That would be nice.
It's actually kind of funny, because according to the lore, the new Matrix movie should have never happened. Because that was supposed to be canon until it wasn't. We're gonna get that event in SOD.
I was also kind of sad that we are not getting hardcore TBC. Like I thought, like when they said it, in the announcement, they're like, "We're getting these," and then they said all of them will progress into TBC. I was like, "Hardcore TBC, that'd be diabolical, but might be pretty fun."
I mean, that would have been the single really interesting thing about their announcement, and they decided not to do. You know what? But nothing they say in these posts is ever actually what they mean. They like to say things
Remember when
that
they said we were going to get new content in Sword? I remember that.
What they really mean when they say that it's too challenging and doesn't fit is that they don't have enough player count to support the amount of time it would take for them to build it. So they wouldn't make enough money. That's the only answer. It's not actually that it's too challenging. Who cares? Classic hardcore is not balanced or fair. I just watched Grays get hexed like 4 times in a row and he died at level 50. Like, it's not well made or designed in that way at all. Did you say how or did you say wow?
No, I said ouch.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the idea that it's too challenging or broken is laughable when Classic WoW is not designed for hardcore at all. And this, like, what kind of reasoning is that?
Yeah, compare leveling a warrior to leveling a shaman. Like, it's like a whole different universe. It's like you're not even playing the same expansion if at that point. Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? They waited until Zod died to release the new 2 raids. Like, why wouldn't they just drop it at Phase 4? That was, like, so stupid. What were they thinking?
I just really hope they clarify if it's dungeons or raids sooner rather than later, because we really need to know.
You know what my bet is?
2 dungeons, their game's just dead.
I think it's gonna be 1 dungeon and 1 raid. I think Karasan Crypts is gonna be the dungeon, and Scarlet Monastery is gonna be the raid.
I was thinking they would do like the 10 and 20 man, like Scarlet would be the 20 man, and Crypts would be 10 man.
That would be great.
Because they've been doing that with ZG and all that up until now, so it kind of makes sense. People are tipping me 5 gold to port them to UC and Thunderwolf right now. Like, they're just done with the game, I swear.
You cannot advertise that outside of the special channel or you will be banned, sir.
I thought that was a good change, though.
No, it's not a good change. They need to get rid of these summoning bots. They're hiding them away so we don't see them, so the game looks clean.
Well,
it's like,
they
like
made the wall chat unusable. You couldn't use wall chat without add-ons anymore because it was like all spam. Like, it's a great change.
And the fact that they didn't touch that for a year is like some kind of insane thing.
And the LFG tool seems like the TBC LFG tool. I do not really hate on that. It seems... I don't think people are going to use it anyway.
They make you phone verify to use it, and I don't want to give them my phone number because I don't trust them.
Are they going to call you and tell you that what you're wearing?
Well, they're going to sell my phone number to the highest bidder. Like Mark freaking Dinkelberg. And then next thing you know, I'm on a bunch of I'm the head guy for Head and Shoulders, but they're not paying me anything, dude. They're just using my photo from when I played WoW.
They are using your voice to train an AI that makes Facebook ads.
Dude, next thing you know, all the AI sound like me, dude.
And hello, I am Jerome, and I approve this message.
I do not approve this message.
They showed Tyr's hand. Yeah, that makes sense. They're saying Tyr's hand, that's Heart Glen, that's the place in the Plaguelands. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. That's gotta be a dungeon because it's too tiny. It's not big enough.
It just depends if they give us new or not.
Do you think they're gonna make a new map, a new instance for it, like hand in your hand?
No, but they could. So like, Tyr's hand is what becomes the Death Knight starting area in Wrath. Like, it's just right over there and expanded on. So they could give us that here, and that would just be the whole raid. Obviously, with a bunch of things changing, but that would give us the terrain, since we know they don't have a team to generate new actual assets. They just got to keep using things that they already have.
That's crazy. Also, like, I am told by a bunch of private server people that make private servers that making new maps in WoW is like ungodly inefficient and hard, because they use like some weird geometry mat that never works. So like, if you try to make a house in WoW, you just clip through the floors the whole time. So like, it's not even like 2 people could make a map. like their tools are so dog shit that it takes like actual resources to make a new map. In any other game, you just make a new house in 2 minutes, you know?
They're on that 2004 Warcraft
They are
engine.
stuck in that, yeah. They are stuck in like their proprietary tools, and they are like stuck in the 2010 or something. That's what I'm told.
Oh, they built everything coded, like they have a hard code that they can't touch, otherwise it breaks the entire game, and they built it on top of itself. So they really can't do anything. That's why they took down that Turtle WoW Unreal Engine thing as fast as possible, because like they went in there and they recreated most of the world in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, and that just shows, right? Like 10 Russian guys that probably are not even coders could put together that in like in a year and a couple months. Because Unreal Engine has actual tools to make stuff. That's it. Like you can literally copy paste the models from WoW into Unreal Engine with no work. It's automated.
But look at what Turtle's giving us and look at this timeline. It's not even comparable.
Oh yeah, bro. Fresh era, bro. I'm so down.
I can't even... I'm also looking at spring of 2025 is going to be BWL and Zul'Gurub with nothing else happening until the Mist pre-patch. That's going to be like a desert, bro. It's that Monster Hunter time.
That's when they're going to end our SOD characters and let us transfer over there so we can be at BWL and ZG yet again.
That would be so funny. We're stuck in a time loop.
That's the only hope, is that we get a place to end there, or what they would do is right before it goes to TBC, transfer us over there.
I don't think they could transfer us to Era. Like, they would have to take away all our gear. Like, why would you?
They would revert it. They would revert it to the normal stuff, or AQ and Nax don't have new gear, and we just get what's already in the game, which would be more powerful than our current stuff.
Yeah, but we still got like insane tier 2 set bonuses and stuff. It's still broken.
Yeah, but I think tier 3 would be better, and Nax gear is insane. Like, you can use that into the first tier of TBC. Like, it's just so much more power.
Yeah.
So they don't touch the Nax stuff, and then we can just convert right over.
I don't know. That seems like it would take way more work than they are willing to put in it. I am willing to bet it's not gonna be nothing like that. I'm willing to bet they are gonna do something really cheap and dumb. Because that would take a lot of work, like flagging every item to see what it turns into. Bruh.
Or they just give you full tier 3, like every character goes over there and like they give you a preset. It's like, oh, here's your pure everything.
You get like a fully decked out Era character for free. Era white main is gonna be like Cancer, bro.
All right. Well, I'm angry and I'm sad, so I want to go eat a bunch of food. So forget about that. Is there anything we want to wrap up with? You might want to add more people to your call.
I don't know. Okay, I got one closing question before I go. I think I'm also gonna go. I'm getting hungry too, Jerome. I think we're like mentally connected.
I'm hangry, is what I am. I'm not hungry.
Kako is a beast. He was editing a video. He already did it. You're like a madman.
He's a professional.
I got a lot of comments to reply to. That's for sure.
Yeah, get to it, bro. I gotta get to mine.
So, okay, here's my closing question. Are you hopeful for 2025 as an entire year of Classic WoW? Or will you start considering moving somewhere else for the year?
Does he want to answer first? Because
you got it.
Okay, I don't believe I have the ability to switch games right now, but I will start beginning to work towards that ability to transcend games, because I don't believe that they are making what the mass market wants anymore. They're making niche things for people that already play the game, and that's not an appealing place to be. But I will still enjoy it as much as I can while it's here.
I tend to agree with that. I would say that I do not think it's going to be like a dark age of WoW, which was something I was fearing. This is something I can kind of live with, and this is something I can play, but I am going to start making content on other games.
Depression.
I'm going to start trying to pivot somewhere else too. I don't know. Like, it's a long way until Classic Plus. At best, we're getting it in middle 2026 or November 2025. I don't know. There's gonna be some really slow months we're gonna have to work to.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought is like all speculation videos are just done. We can't think or be hopeful for the future. And I'm kind of feeling a little crushed right now as someone who's really
We
hopeful
crushed
most of the
you.
time. I know, well, like that and all the comments flying in. Like to me, I was thinking Phase 8, we're getting 2 new raids. And then like everyone's like, bro, you're crazy that you think that. And it could just be 2 dungeons and it could just be Nax adjacent. And a lot of those things to seriously consider. Like I just gave my straight raw opinion and what I thought and what it sounded like. And obviously I'm usually quite hopeful about it all. And it's just kind of really defeating. I don't necessarily like a lot of people want to do Era, and I've been asked a bunch from my guildies and all the communities I'm involved in, like, are we doing Era? What are you doing? What's your plan? And I really don't know. There's just a bunch of choices and options, and I don't necessarily know if I'd really enjoy doing it, and I'll just have to see. A lot to think about in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, you put your soul into this game.
You keep your happiness, bro. Don't let us drag you into the depths, okay? Never let that happen. No one can take your joy.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. And I will tell you, I'm gonna be calling you maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I gotta do some stuff. But I got something planned, okay? I got something planned. It's gonna take us somewhere. I got a bit of a project for Era. I think it's gonna be a good idea to pass the time. And thank you for chat for coming. And I don't know. I like dooming, but let's try to be a little hopeful, okay? I think we can fix this. I think we can get something to go. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna play Sod in the near future. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to say. I got a lot to think. See you guys.